The game is called War Story, and I'm just gonna flash it for everyone to see the cover at home. This is the box, War Story. And it is made by, as you can see, Dave Neale and David Thompson. Dave Neale, he is a very well-known author of detective games. He's done some Sherlock Holmes games. He does a lot of detective games. And David Thompson is one of our private heroes because he's the designer of Undaunted.
And Undaunted, we have played hours and hours and hours of Undaunted. Many days we probably have played Undaunted. We have played the original game, the African expansion. We played the Stalingrad expansion, and it's an amazing game.
It is a fantastic game, and it is so tense. And that it's a war game, but it's a very light war game, and it's a war game that uses cards, and it's a war game that allows you to identify with individual characters. And it's a war game that has very little overhead. Most war games, as we've talked previously on this stream, are hex encounter and little pieces of cardboard chits that you move around. You roll a lot of dice, you look at a lot of tables, and there are always these modifiers. So you're in brush terrain at the side of a hill, night is falling, and the wind direction is from the north, and you have to factor all that in to what ultimately ends up with a die roll.
You run out of cigarettes, and
yes, +1, -1, and in the end, there are so many factors that it doesn't really matter because it's just a flat zero.
Oh, did you have chicken soup or the pasta?
You got a bit of an upset tummy there. I'm sorry, that's another -1.
Oh, God damn it.
And
forgot to tie your shoelaces and so on.
If only it were that, actually. If only it were those details of day-to-day life as a soldier, I would appreciate it more than all these.
Like wind direction, I think, is not interesting for anyone ever, especially not in the game.
Well, then you haven't played Wooden Ships and Iron Men.
No,
where wind direction is the all and everything of that game. So, just to say that Undaunted is a war game, but it's a very approachable war game.
Let's just emphasize, Undaunted is not that. Undaunted is the arcade version of Squad Leader.
Yeah. It's
of Advanced Squad Leader, basically.
Yeah, it's a game that you can play in 30 minutes. It's super intense, and it's a 2-player game. There is a 4-player expansion. We never tried that. You can play it as a team game, but we've spent many a night across each other at the table playing Undaunted. And we don't really do endorsements on this stream.
No.
We only do endorsements of games that are super old and arcane and where everyone affiliated with has gone out of business or passed away.
Yeah, because I think when we play games on the stream, we're not playing Undaunted, let's just be clear.
No, we're never going to play that.
This is just us fawning and reminiscing on our wonderful Undaunted campaign. But when we play games, it's not necessarily a recommendation. It's more just a curiosity. Let's see what this game does. What is this kind of game?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how we play the game. So that's also why we try to play these games that are more storytelling games that are not competitive, and games that try to do something a little different.
Yeah.
But this game is... Undaunted has 2 designers, David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin, and Trevor Benjamin is not part of this game, but David Thompson is. So this is a very strong combo, I think, of Dave Neale, who has done all these fantastic detective games and is, I think, very good at producing content and writing and creating story, and David Thompson, who has just made these outstanding game designs. So I'm really excited to see what this game can show us.
We have high hopes.
We have high hopes, and it is a resistance game.
It's the first on the hopeless stream.
Yeah, but it's also a hopeless resistance stream, I guess, technically. But let's hope that this resistance will not be hopeless.
Let's hope so.
Because what we're gonna play as is we're gonna play in the French resistance. So there was this French resistance.
Oh, before we go on, the name of the game, War Story.
War Story Occupied France.
Yeah.
Just check. War Story Occupied France is the full title.
Okay.
It came out last year, I believe. So it's a very new game, and it's still available. It's produced by Osprey Games, who also produce Undaunted and a lot of other games. So in this game, we're gonna work with the French resistance. Now, the French resistance is often called the marquis. And as far as I understand, the way that the marquis actually began was that at one point during the war, the Germans were running low on manpower. So they made a forced labor draft in France. Every able-bodied man and woman would be forcefully drafted into service to work for them in factories and stuff. And a lot of people fled into the countryside because they didn't want to be the factory guards.
Understandably. We saw what happened to the factory guards.
If you saw the game we played just before, you saw what can happen to factory guards. They didn't want to join the German side. So they fled into the countryside and they formed little groups there that basically lived like partisans in the woods, in farmhouses, were helped out by local villagers. And the British had this thing called the SOE. Now, I'm just checking because I want to get this right, and I'm not good at remembering these very technical things. Special Operations Executive, SOE, Special Operations Executive, which was a group that was coordinating a lot of resistance across Europe from Baker Street, of all streets, which is, of course,
where we've been before with Sherlock Holmes.
Because that's where Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson lived, or Sherlock Holmes lived, yeah. And one of the things that they found out was, well, if we got all these people in France who fled into the countryside, we should try to organize them and help them out. So they start doing weapons drop, giving them missions.
Like weapons drop from an airplane?
From airplanes, throwing down cache of weapons. And also, I think, just general supplies, because the rural population had a lot of extra mouths to feed all of a sudden with all these people. And then, in some combination of self-organization and assistance from the SOE, they formed these resistance groups. And we're going to play people from the SOE. So that means that we have been trained in Britain, and we are now crossing into France to help out.
So we are British citizens.
I think all the names of the characters are French names. So, and I think especially in France, actually, I think it was a lot of people with dual citizenship. So French, British citizens, basically, or people who had fled perhaps from the war and were now in Britain and were joining the operations there. So it was, of course, super important that you spoke the language fluently and that you could pass as a French citizen. And it should also be stressed, I think it's important, that this marquis is made up of ordinary people. So the French resistance is not a trained army. It's just everyday people. It's the butcher's son and it's the tailor's daughter, and they meet up in the woods and they form these groups. And in this game, there are 3 missions to play through, and it can be played as a campaign. We're just going to start out with the first mission. Also, I have no idea how long this mission is. So we're just going to go on a mission and we'll see where it takes us. Yeah. As we always do.
So cancel your plans for tomorrow already. You might as well just call in sick now.
Yeah, better do it now.
Better do it now. Tatsurijo says, the secret objective, escaping with the painting of the fallen Madonna with the big boobies. Oh, I think it's a reference to some film. What is that film? I think I've seen that film.
Is it an old movie?
Probably. It sounds like Mel Brooks or something.
Okay.
Or
that sounds light.
Yeah, or maybe it's Allo Allo or something. Allo Allo, of course.
It's Allo Allo, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Classic British French TV.
Yeah.
Well, not French, but British making fun of the French, which is an easy target.
Yeah. This time we're actually going to try to help the French.
Okay. Finally someone helping the French.
And I think this is a more serious game. And it's really about these people, what they did, and about the choices they made. And we're going to be making choices for them. And we have these 4 people that you see down here. I hope you can see them somewhat. And they are, from left to right, Monique, Dominique, Yannick, and Christian.
Okay, so 3 Eeks and 1...
And when we look at their dates of birth,
Christian,
we can see here that Monique, she is born in 1919, and we're in 1943, so she is just 24 years old. Then we have Dominique, who is the leader of the group. She is 9 years older, so she's in her early 30s. And so is Yannick, who is a demolition expert.
Oh.
And then we also have a sniper, Christian, who is also a very young guy. He was born in 21. He's just 22 years old. And he is equipped with a sniper rifle. And they also all have a velvet gun. And Yannick, he also has a concussion grenade. And what we'll do now is that we will start reading from the first mission and we'll find out what this game is all about.
I'm looking forward to opening that top secret envelope that's on the table.
It's going to come in a minute, I'm sure. We don't even know what our mission is right now.
No, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Now, can you spoil or can you reveal, like, how are we controlling these groups? Are we sort of sending these 4 guys on a mission, or how does it work?
Yeah, we are playing as these 4 guys, and we're going to coordinate their operations in France.
Okay.
And it's a storytelling game, and it's based on the tried and tested choose your own adventure formula.
Fantastic.
So we're going to be moving between paragraphs, but then it's choose your own adventure with more advanced mechanics.
Okay.
So there will be mechanics revealed as we play along, I imagine. There are some very basic mechanics, which I'm not going to tell you, but we'll figure it out as we go along. So if you're ready for it at home, we are going to start reading the background for this mission, and we see what it's all about.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's check it out. I'm just going to read a little bit here. There's not too much. I'm just going to read. Your training for the Special Operations Executive is intense but exhilarating, and now we're in Britain. Over an initial period at an English country house, you are taught the fundamentals of espionage, while your language skills are tested and polished. Next, you're sent to the village of Arisake in the Scottish Highlands. Okay. For combat training. For 2 months, you dodge across moors ablaze with purple heather and weave your way along the shores of Loch nan Ceal, seeking out your targets. You come to know a variety of weapons very well, including your own hands. And crucially, your silenced, well-wrought pistols. They have silencers, those pistols.
Cool.
It's worth remembering. After returning to England for parachute training and specialist courses on tradecraft, ciphers, and demolition, you are ready for deployment in France. You will be part of the Magpie Network, conducting operations in the Moret region of Brittany. So this is who we are, and I just need to do a little thing here. We have Dominique, who is our leader, so she just needs a leadership token.
Looking forward to this clandestine operation behind enemy lines.
Yes. And because Monique is the leader, at any point in the game, she can use this token to help someone out.
Okay.
That's good to know. And we also have our sharpshooter here, and Christian. He has 3 extra firearms token. All this is just mechanical information, and it'll hopefully make sense later. So this is how we set up. Now, you can have the honor of opening the top secret envelope, which contains our mission briefing.
That's why I'm here. This has been...
There are multiple things in there, so yeah, just open it, and we'll have to figure out.
See here, I'm going to try to do it dramatically.
Yes.
On camera here. So we have...
the unenveloping.
A foul-smelling odor already evaporates from the envelope.
Yes.
To reveal.
Yo, you need the other side. Yes,
Top
this is
secret.
what we need.
Top secret. You want me to... And there's some maps here.
Yeah.
Feel like Mission Impossible or something.
Yes, you can just read the mission, then we'll know what to do.
Okay. Special Operations Executive, mission briefing. Operation Lightning. It's 18th of October, 1943. Location, Moret Coast, Brittany, France.
And I can already see that this is the Moret Coast. I'm just gonna show it to you a little closer.
I think I need my spy, my specially trained resistance
It's
spy
funny,
glass
right?
here.
We very often include the magnifying glass when we play games, and we always find an excuse to have it on the table. And more I feel that we're actually using it as an excuse because we kind of need it.
And also, maybe I should just get glasses, you know? But also, I will, in my defense, the lighting in here doesn't look like it, but it's not very bright.
No.
So it's kind of hard to see half the time. And also, I'm old. the mission, should you choose to accept it. The Marquis resistance fighters of the Moret Coast are central to Allied operations in that region. The primary Marquis cell was in the coastal town of Eguili. But in the last few days, the Germans located them, and they were forced to flee. British command lost contact with the group and their leader, Felix Aubin, as they went into hiding. Yes. A German communication intercepted this morning suggests the Germans have located the Marquisade's new hiding place and intend to launch an attack in 2 days, aiming to wipe them out. It is essential that we re-establish contact with the group and assist in their escape from German forces. Furthermore, Marquis agents were recently sent to gather information about security measures at a German intelligence facility, and it would be desirable to obtain that information. You will enter the region under the cover of night, either by boat or a paradrop. Locate the Marquis and provide any assistance they need. So,
Was that all?
no, there are a little bit more here. Code names used by the Moret Marquis. The Lighthouse, that's a code name. That refers to the Marquis network in Eguili, the town or the...
Okay, is that their safe house or something? Do we think that?
What did they say?
They call it the lighthouse?
Yeah, it is a coastal town in Eguili. That's his former safe house.
Yeah, this is Eguili on the map, right where my thumb is.
Okay. Then we have, that's the lighthouse. That refers to Eguili.
Okay.
Then we have the galleon. That refers to a hidden arms store in the countryside.
Okay, what did you call it?
The galleon.
It's not on our map, so maybe we'll have to find it.
Well, it is hidden.
That's a good point. But I thought we were trained for this.
Well, they don't give us all the information. You have to, you're spies, you know, we're supposed to figure this stuff out, okay? Then we have the storm. That it refers to the German command. Our objectives. Objective number 1. Locate the Marquis of Moret, last seen heading north from Eguili, and assist in their escape from German forces. So he is in the process of escaping. We have to intercept him and lead him to safety.
Yeah, because the group has been compromised, as I understood it, and they are on the run, and we have to prevent the Germans from capturing them.
Yeah. Right. So we need to find the Marquis before the Germans do.
Sure.
And assist him. Objective number 2. Obtain any information gathered by the Marquis on the German intelligence facility.
So this sounds like a subplot. This sounds like an optional.
But I'm also thinking like
because the main thing must be to save these people, right?
Yeah, but also if we save the Marquis, I will assume that he will be so happy and he will of course volunteer any information that he may have.
I mean, we're working with them. Maybe we have to win their trust. I mean, I'm not sure. I think if we just come barging in, maybe they don't know who we are.
Maybe. But I mean, if we save him from the storm.
But I don't know that they know that someone's coming to save them.
Yeah, it could be. They may think we're Germans as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So interesting turn of events here.
Yeah,
we have our first mission.
Keep that so we have the keywords. If someone refers, what was it? The lighthouse, the galleon, and the storm.
Yeah.
Those are keywords. Okay, great. We're all set.
I'm ready.
So,
lock and loaded.
We have taken out the map. I have selected 4 agents. There are 8 agents in the game. I just selected 4.
Yeah, cool.
So we can now choose whether we want to enter France by boat or by paradrop. The advantage of entry by boat is that we're much less likely to be seen. But it'll take longer to get to the area of interest. The advantage of entry by paradrop is rapid deployment inland, closer to the likely location of the Marquis, but we may be sighted by German patrols. Choose to enter France by boat, to enter France by paradrop.
I have opinions on this.
Yes, me too. And if you have any opinions in chat, please chime in.
Enlighten us if you have any.
I mean, there's going to be choices all the way through this
Yeah.
game. So at any point, please feel free to advise us.
Yes.
Because we may have trained for this, but I mean, we haven't trained that much.
As you can see, our eyesight, is not what it used to be. So let's see. But in my first initial response to that choice, I'm leaning towards the paradrop, because we go in at night. We're trained special spies. We have a sniper. We have a demolition expert. We have all these experts. If we land, we're gonna be able to fend off whatever sort of random, puny patrol that may come our way.
Right. I agree. And I also think that it sounds like time is of the essence here.
Agreed.
So if we first have to go to the harbor, and I mean, who knows how many Germans are down by the harbor, and we need to find transportation to go inland.
It's a huge. It brings us in danger in so many other ways.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. So we have Jeden says,
parachute would be cool. The lighthouse is so close by water, but might be a trap.
But that's the dilemma that we're in.
Yeah. But I also think the coolness factor is important.
I'm totally in for a paradrop. Also because I remember the opening scene in Where Eagles Dare.
Yeah.
Where they paradrop into the snow landscape.
Super cool.
Yes.
Badass.
So we're on that plane right now.
Yeah.
There's not really any snow because it's October in France.
A little bit of turbulence, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of rain, I would say. So basically, we are entering by paradrop. And then, just to full disclosure, we have this book, which is also top secret. And in that book, there are paragraphs like a choose your own adventure book. And we just move between paragraphs and follow the instructions.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Let's see. We can shove it back and forth.
Tatsuichi agrees. Stay off the water.
Yes. Lighthouse. That's great. Okay. So there's now sit up. There's a bit of reading here because this is the first location. A couple of hours after sunset, your plane is gliding over Moret. The distance, so it's early morning. The distant lights of Iquili glimmer on the dark coastline. When the pilot indicates you're over the drop zone, you launch yourself into inky blackness, trusting that solid ground awaits you below. The descent goes smoothly, but as you approach the ground near a small wood, you see the lights of a vehicle nearby, which flash briefly in your direction. It looks like a German transport truck. Have they seen you? You all hit the ground and rapidly unbuckle your parachutes. A faint shout in German and some lights moving in your direction confirms that you were spotted. It's possible that the patrol isn't sure exactly what they saw. The problem is you can't run with your parachutes, and if the patrol finds them and reports as your German command, your presence in the area will be known. The patrol will likely consist of 3 or 4 soldiers. You decide that your best option is to wait in the wood where the narrow paths will force the soldiers to move on foot and ambush them. So we start with an encounter.
Bring it on.
So
we trained for this in the Scottish Highlands.
Absolutely. We are now going to take a map which shows the wood and the direction that the German patrol will approach from. Okay. This is the map. Can you show it to the screen?
Yes. Here we have a detailed map of our surroundings.
Yes. So you just put it down on the table. And it has, as you can see, 4 positions, A, B, C, D. What we're going to do now is we're going to deploy our 4 people on these positions. And there are some rules of deployment. For example, up in A, we can employ, that's up at the top left, we can deploy 0 or 1 of our men. At B, a little further down, we must deploy at least 1, but we can also deploy more. At C to the right, we also have to deploy 1, but can choose to deploy more. And down at D, it says 0 plus, so we can choose not to deploy any or deploy as many as we want. But there are also some other information. So up in A, for example, shows that this is a position without weapons. So there can be no fighting from there. And you can see that white arrow that goes across the river. That is our surveillance. So that is what you can be able to see from that position. So you can basically see across the river and down the road there. And if you see up here at the top of the road, it says German patrol. So this is where they're coming from. So this is a spotter who can warn the others, I guess.
Yeah.
And then down here at B and C, that is for people with short range weapons. So that's anyone basically, because they all got guns here. And let me just see what it says. I also need the looking glass for this. So B says basic concealment, good vision. And C says good concealment, limited vision. And then down at D is a long range gun that can sit there. And you see those that goes out here like searchlights.
Yeah.
They are the fire arcs. So basically whether the patrol goes here or there, the position here with the long range firearms will be able to cover both roads. Whereas B and C, they can only cover the roads that they're close to.
Okay. So, but D would be able to support both B and C if the patrol moved past them.
It sounds like we need to put our sharpshooter with his rifle down at D, right?
That's a no-brainer.
But we have some information to help us make the choice. So for position A at the top, it says that it's a non-combat surveillance position. So a character positioned here can give warning of the Germans' approach, count the number of soldiers, and see which path they take. However, for the best vantage point, the agent must be positioned on an open hillside. So there is a risk of being seen. After signaling what they have seen, the agent will hide in the trees to the north. So that could indicate all the characters have a set of skills. There.
I guess we have to study their skills here.
They have awareness, influence, stealth, and technical. So, and high is good. They are between 1 and 3. So I imagine that we need someone with a higher awareness to be in the spotter position.
Do we need the spotter?
Not necessarily. Let's see what it says about the other positions. So positions B and C says those are the main attack positions for each path. You must put at least one agent on each position. Position B to the left has basic concealment and a good view. So he is more exposed, but he's got a better shot. Position C, on the other hand, is more concealed, but he has a restricted view, so it's more difficult for him to get a good shot. Ideally, the German patrol will split into 2 smaller groups to explore each path. If they do not, agents at position B or position C can move to support the other.
Okay.
But as they'll have to cross the river at a bridge, they may not reach the other position before combat begins. So here is a choice. Do we think the patrol splits up or they stay together? And then position D at the bottom is the long-range position. From this position, any agent with a long-range weapon, and we only have one, which is Christian, he can provide good supporting fire to position B. He can also provide some supporting fire to position C, but the view is more limited and the distance is greater. So
it sounds like there's no perfect solution.
No, it's all a guess, right?
Well, I think Jeden maybe has the answer. Place a turntable, place a turntable in the woods to lure them in. Play some
play some
opera or something.
Yeah, play some German march music.
Yes, but would they split up? Wasn't it do we know about the size of the patrol?
What I'm thinking is that we don't know the size, but the spotter can tell us the size. I guess the spotter can also tell us if they're splitting up. So one position can run to the other side if they're not. But it seems like they have already discovered that we are here. So I guess it would be obvious for them to split up to try to make sure that we don't escape.
I think we should forgo the spotter because I don't want to spread too thinly. I want some at least.
Is that something you learned on training?
Yes. It's that's the number one rule. Don't split up too much.
Right, too much. So okay, I'm gonna place our sharpshooter down here.
You can do that, yeah. So the question is, do we want to have 2 people on B or 2 people on C?
I mean, B is more exposed, but a better shot. C is less. I feel that we have already kind of been spotted, and we need to have a good. That we need to be able to have a good line of fire to them.
So what if we put a really good shooter on C and 2 less good shooters on B?
Yes, our best shooter is on D, and they have firearms skill at the top. Oh, I didn't mention that, but you can see they have 2, 1, 2, 2. So if we put, for example, Monique and Yannick, they are the best shots, but we need to put both on position B and C. So we could take our chances and put both of our good shots on B, and then have Dominique, the leader, hide in C, because she's more concealed then. She has a limited shot, but she's not and then just hope that maybe they just pass us by.
And also, Monique, was it Monique?
Yeah, this is Monique, our leader.
She's the leader, so she is also the one who should be taking these types of chances.
I think so. And also, I think, look, if they don't go down past position B, they won't see the people in position B, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe we can just stay hidden if they go past C, and not, because I would prefer not to have a firefight, to be honest.
Absolutely, yes. That's the goal here.
I just want to be as prepared as possible for a firefight if possible.
Jeden asks, can the shooter look further with the rifle? I guess so, in theory. You see he can support. I don't know how well you can see. I'm just going to show the map once more.
You can also see he's on an elevated position. That's the lines around.
So the shooter's down here.
Yeah.
And he can support B and C.
Yeah. He supports B better than C because it's closer.
Yeah. So the shooter is in place. So do we put Monique at C and the 2 others in B?
Do that.
Yeah.
Let's try.
That's a plan, at least.
All right. I mean, it's a difficult choice to make here because we have no idea.
It's an impossible choice. There's so many variables.
And also we just forewent the, I'm not sure, forgoed position A. Yeah. So we just decided we don't need spotters, we just need ambush.
We don't want to spread out too thinly.
Yeah. Okay, so Monique, she's setting up, and Christian, he has taken up this elevated position. He's there with his sniper rifle. He's a really, really good shot. And then we have Monique and Yannick ready to ambush. And we have over here some counters. I think I'm going to remove them from this because it's difficult to see. So we have 2 firearms counters that anyone can use, 4 skill tokens that anybody can use. And then Christian, he has 3 fire tokens that only he can use.
Okay.
That's why it's such a good shot. So let's see what happens. The German patrol is coming in from the north.
Exciting.
Yeah. If you have an agent at position A, go to something. If not, go to something else.
Okay, already here.
So it already means, but we knew that. We're not going to have any advanced information.
That's okay.
We're going to take our chances.
The Germans are predictable.
Yeah, we know how they move. 275. You see 2 soldiers approaching and prepare to launch the assault. Check lowest stealth at position B. Oh, did we position some clumsy people at position B?
Yeah, I'm afraid Yannick is not the most stealthy guy.
Okay, so Yannick may right now completely be blowing our cover.
I knew we shouldn't have brought Yannick.
Yannick!
Oh, damn it, every time.
What we can do is that we can choose to spend a skill token. These are the tokens we have for the whole mission.
Oof.
We can choose to spend one in order to increase his health to 2, which will give us a better chance.
Health or stealth?
Stealth.
Yeah.
Which means that we will have a better position.
Patricia says, the choose your own adventure aspect is super fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I love it because it's just, we're basically being told a story. It's great.
But we also have some tactical decisions, which is a cool combo.
I think it's a great way to do it.
I think it's totally premature to use tokens.
Agreed.
But on the other hand, I don't want us to come off with a bad start, have someone shot in the leg and we have to drag them along. So I feel because we don't know what we're going into, let's find out how difficult this thing is. And spend one token, just gain that little bit extra cover.
Okay, so we're playing the meta game here.
Well, yeah, you can say that, but it's also, I guess, being... I would translate that to story as being a little overcautious because we've just arrived. We have not seen battle before.
And probably it's better to keep Yannick alive than it is to keep our skill points alive.
I would say so.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. At this point.
Yannick may become a liability. He already is, actually.
Don't get used to it, Yannick.
Yeah.
This once, we're going to save your ass.
All right. We're going to spend one of our very precious skill tokens out of the game. And that does move us up to a slightly better chance. But it seems that there are certainly some soldiers coming down by that road to the left across the river, by position B. And we now go to 119. Just as the soldiers get within range, one points in your direction. It is time to act. We have been spotted. Check the total short-range firearms at position B and long-range firearms at position D.
That's great.
We have 2, 4, 6.
That's awesome.
They come into the crosshairs of our guns.
Sorry, guys.
We have... Oh, and we only needed 4 to get the best result. So we're way overpowered here.
Blast them out of space here.
All right. Before they can react, both soldiers fall to your bullets. Okay. There were 2.
2.
But was that the entire patrol?
Probably not.
I don't know.
Probably not.
But we got the upper hand for now. There are 2 casualties on the road. Guns have been fired, and the shots ring out in the night. You can hear the echoes reverberate through the hills. The mission has begun.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Let's go. I'm excited.
Tatsuritsu says,
You're running into a lead wall.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. 317. Really hope to keep track of this. You crouch in the bushes, watching and listening. Given you can only see a short section of the path, you need to stay alert if you're gonna pull off this attack at exactly the right moment. There are more Germans for sure. Check highest awareness at position C. That is our leader.
Not great.
So why is she our leader? If she's good at giving commands, but really not. She also has poor eyesight.
She's not a great listener.
No, I think yeah. I was about to say she had bad night sight, but it's early morning, so she has the sun in her eyes.
But I think it's something like that, or she's just preoccupied.
Yeah. Okay. So Dominique, you have no idea what's going on. But she just heard the gunshots.
But maybe Christian can save her.
I hope so. I really hope so. Let's find out what happens to Monique now. Uh-oh. It's already getting a little tense, I feel. A light wind obscures the sound of the soldiers, who are moving slowly and cautiously along the tree line. You only realize that they passed when you see them rounding the bend beyond your position. Quickly, you charge through the undergrowth to catch them. They are now obscured from position D. Damn it. That's our
good.
sharpshooter.
That's not
They're
good.
out of sight. So you will have no long-range support. And as you approach, because Dominique thinks that she's being covered by Christian, but she's not. As you approach, they turn to face you. It's far from a perfect ambush, but it'll have to do. Discard all advantage tokens. Well, it's good that we didn't get it. I imagine if we'd had a spotter, we might have gotten an advantage token, right?
Yeah.
So, check total firearms at position C.
Not great.
1. But we would need 5 in order to get a better result.
Shit.
So it wouldn't have mattered.
No.
Then we'd have to put... No, it wouldn't have mattered.
No.
So we go to 410. And please let us know back home if you're following along, because I feel that we are going quickly, but it's also because we need to keep up the intensity here.
Yes.
So we will go, and we'll take, this is encounter, we'll take some breaks as we go on. But right now we're trying to get this feel. With the element of surprise on your side, one soldier goes down quickly. Pretty good, Monique, good shot. However, although the other is wounded, he remains standing, firing several bullets in your direction. Thankfully, they all miss. Seeing his companion has not got off the ground, the lone soldier turns to run. It's possible he could make it back to the truck and escape.
Or alert the others, potential others.
Yeah, I guess that's the truck. There are more soldiers in the truck, perhaps.
Yeah.
Choose. To stand your ground and shoot at the soldier, or to pursue the soldier.
Pursue the soldier is a little rich for my taste.
I mean, if we look at her stats, she has 2 in stealth. I don't know if that has something to do with pursuit. And she has 1 in firearms. So she's probably not very good at either.
No. This is if it was anyone else than Monique, I would say pursue because it's good to contain the soldiers so they don't give away our position.
Yeah.
We don't want them rattling off about there's enemy spies.
But I think sending Monique on a pursuit,
on a wild goose chase, basically,
with her pretty poor firearm skills, even if she catches up with that one, he's wounded. But if she catches up with him, will she be able to even?
I think it's not looking good.
Should she just fire 1 extra shot and hope that she can take him out?
Yeah, let's hope for the off chance that she can take him.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, though.
It's not looking very good. Okay, so she shoots. 200. I'm saying out numbers aloud so you guys can remind me when I forget. Choose Your Own Adventure is this thing where you always need to stick a thumb in the book, right? To kind of remember where you were. So check highest firearms at position C.
Yeah, that's 1.
She's 1. We need to get to 3 if we want to get a good result. That would mean her using her leadership token on her own plus 1 of our firearm tokens. We only have 2.
Expensive.
It's the first. I think we just have to accept. I mean, we shot 2 soldiers at B. We shot another one at C and wounded a 4th.
Got out alive.
I mean,
for now,
they're going to alert the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
But we're alive.
Yeah.
For a while.
I think we have to accept that.
Yeah. I think so too. So we just take a poor pot shot. 472. You shoot, but the soldier continues to run. You follow until you reach the German transport truck, but there's still no sign of him. He may be heading back to German command on foot. At least he hasn't taken the truck, and his injury should slow him down.
I thought we didn't run after him, but maybe.
Well, I think we followed him a little bit, but didn't try to catch up with him, something like that. You hide the other soldiers' bodies and conceal the truck in the trees. Okay, so there were only those 4 soldiers in the truck.
Okay.
That's good to know. So we hide the bodies. We I imagine I don't even know how to drive a car. But the thing you do, so the car is out of gear and can just roll. It's in neutral, and you can kind of push it. And we see the truck sort of rolling over the side of the road and sort of tumbling into the ditch and lying. It's not super well covered, but it's not on the road. You hide the soldiers' bodies and conceal the truck in the trees. It's the best you can do, but they're sure to be discovered at some point. End of encounter. So all our tokens go back. We're basically done here. I have no idea how this went.
I think it went all right.
Yeah.
All things considered. We survived. I think that's kind of the main part.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If we're going to accomplish this mission, we need to be alive.
Now, it also says add 3 tracking points.
So we're being tracked. We're being...
Again, just to show you guys at home, we have this sheet, and all the 3 missions are on the sheet. We're only using the top part of the sheet for mission 1. And there is a place where we write tracking. And I'm going to write 3 now. And according to the rules, the tracking points kind of go... We're at 3. When we're at 5, then they definitely know that we're there. We know that they know that we are there.
Yes.
If it goes up to 10, they are actively searching for us.
So under 5, they can still sort of blow it off as a...
It could still just be a random incident. It could be just an encounter with some local people hiding in the woods. But I think at 10, they may even know that the SOE is on the ground.
Yeah.
So we definitely don't want to go get it to 10 if we can. Okay, so 3 in tracking. Fair enough. I think that's an okay outcome. You turn your attention to the countryside around you. You're on the edge of the Marshall Hills. Now, I think we need to look at the map here. That's up at the top. So this is Marshall Hills.
Oh.
So that's where we are. So this is the river down here.
So we are quite a ways away.
We've landed pretty far inland. You mean the other alternative was for us to land down here by the harbor to come in with boats. So we dropped all the way up here.
Okay.
So we're at the countryside there, and we need to check our total awareness. So that's the awareness of all the people that we have. And it's 2, 4, 5, 6. And we need to get it to 8 if we want a better result. But that would mean spending 2 skill tokens.
But we're going to spend these skill points so fast.
We need to hold on to them.
Yeah, well, I think so.
Yeah.
If skill points are involved in every turn, we need to desperately hold on to them.
Yeah, and this is, I mean...
It's just too bad. I mean, we can't do anything about it.
We're going in blind. I mean, again, the cinematics of this. We drop down from the skies. We land in the woods. A German patrol car comes down. We have a firefight. There are 3 Germans dead, 1 wounded, who is heading back to command. When he gets there, in 20 minutes, an hour, he's going to alert them. So we need to move fast. To the west, and again, remember the map up there? We are here, so to the west is over there. To the west, you can see a light on a hilltop. That must be the German listening post known to be in this area. A short distance to the east, you can see 2 farmhouses with lights in the windows. Draw cards 1, 23, and 41 and pick an action from those cards.
Could that be the lighthouse? But
I think the lighthouse is a code.
No, the lighthouse is a code for the Marquis network in Aiguilly.
Ah, okay.
But they may stretch beyond Aiguilly.
Sure.
But a lighthouse is a little on the nose, but
Yeah, it's a little on the nose. But it was also a listening post. So basically what we get now is we get 3 location cards that we can use to interact with. And yeah, maybe you want to do the German listening post there?
German listening
post.
post.
This is to the left, so this is this point on the map over here.
So if we go there, it says, from this post, German soldiers listen for suspicious radio communications. If you steal their equipment, you might be able to use it to intercept messages from German command or from the Marquis themselves.
This sounds like part of our side quest.
Yeah.
To gather intelligence.
For sure.
Does it have actions on it?
It just says surveil, night and day, and it has some numbers for night and day.
Okay, and right now we're in day.
Yeah.
Or what? Wait a sec. No, we're still
early morning, or...
Yeah, it says early night, actually. I'm not quite sure. I mean, we're still... The time hasn't moved, so we're still early night. So if we go there, we'd use the night. We can have the map there.
Yeah,
we can have the locations here. So this is to the left. This is the German listening post. Then we have the small farmhouse to the east.
A small farmhouse. A crumbling house with old, worn farming equipment outside. It's possible the occupants have seen the Marquis, but getting them to talk probably won't be easy. So that's a visit. You can visit the farmhouse.
Okay. And then
doesn't sound too reassuring.
And the large farmhouse?
A large farmhouse. A house in a good state of repair with some new farming equipment. It's possible the occupants have seen the Marquis, but getting them to talk probably won't be easy. That's so similar, but one is in good condition, one is more worn down, despondent.
Okay, so basically, it's still night. It's like it's very early morning anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, oh no, we landed after sunset. So we landed in the evening.
Okay.
That's why it's early night. So we can now choose to go to the listening post or go to one of the farmhouses. I feel that maybe in the farmhouses, I mean, it seems like going to the listening post, we can try to gather some intelligence. Maybe there can also be clues where this leader of the Marquis group is.
Yeah.
But the people who are fleeing, they may have come by one of these farmhouses. Some of them may even be holed up there.
And would you think that it's more likely that they would go to a more, what do you call it, like the more poor farmhouse than the well-equipped
I
one?
would think so, because it's probably more out of the way. It's probably easier to convince the people living there that they should help them than if it's a more wealthy middle-class family.
Yeah, you could just imagine that the more posh farmhouse is more, probably also more visited by Germans. Coming to get milk and supplies and whatever.
Yeah, and they probably have more to lose.
Yeah,
which is always bad.
That's not good.
You always want the ones who have as little to lose as possible.
Yes. I think the small farmhouse is a pretty good bet.
Yeah, I think so. And also because I feel this listening post is too much of a shot in the dark.
And it's too dangerous.
It's too dangerous, yeah.
It would be taking a huge risk.
Yeah. And also, I think our main objective should really be to try to save these people and not to gather the intelligence. I mean, let's gather intelligence if we can.
But I'll go for the small farmhouse, definitely.
Great. So we are gonna go to 305.
Oh, that's what the numbers refer to, of course.
Yes. It's also cool that now we are out of the book. There's nothing. The place we ended up in the book doesn't have any more choices.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So now the choices are on the card.
Yeah.
So this is the world that's opening us to us.
That's great.
So now it's a choose your own adventure with multiple choices based on card locations.
Yeah, great. It's like open world almost.
Yeah. I love this design.
Cool.
Okay. A curtain in a nearby window twitches, and then a few minutes later, a small, wizened man opens the door and squints at you. Not an obvious member of the Marquis. Behind him, you can see a sparse kitchen lit by a single lamp. Turn to 333. 333. Bonjour, you say in your best French. We wonder if you can help us. We are looking for some people who may have passed this way a few days ago from the direction of Equilly. The man nods slowly and steps back, opening the door wider. You take a couple of steps into the kitchen. We can pay for information, you add. Also, they basically gave us some bankrolls.
Great.
So we can pay.
That's
great. He nods again, then speaks. Who are you? He asks. You're not German. And not local to this area. Yes, I can tell. I have a good ear for accents. We should have trained that Moret action more. It's then that you notice the barrel of a shotgun sticking out a door on the other side of the kitchen, pointed in your direction. Choose. To say you made a mistake and leave? To reveal who you're looking for and ask for his help? To draw your weapons?
Well, I think that this could be a part of the resistance, actually.
I think so.
Because a shotgun, wouldn't the Germans be using one of those machine guns that you always see? And
it wouldn't be hiding in someone's kitchen with a shotgun.
No, I don't think so. And they wouldn't be hiding at all.
Exactly. I think we have to be brave and just state who we are.
Yeah. And you just own it.
Yeah.
And, in the worst case scenario, it's the farmer's son or wife or something, and we're just going to shoot up some innocent people. And the best case scenario is Germans, but I don't think that the best case.
It could also, it's a farmer. He has a shotgun.
Yeah.
So either it's his son or his wife, as you say, or it's someone from the resistance who are holding up there. Yeah. And I think the latter.
It's not going to be German.
No.
I don't think so. And we don't want to shoot innocent people. That's not why we're here.
No.
I think we got to just take a leap of faith here.
Yeah. Yes. Reveal who we are looking for, and we ask for the farmer's help. 265. Check highest influence. Ooh. So, do we have someone who's good at speaking our cause?
Monique.
Ooh, she has 3.
Monique and what is this?
This is Dominique.
Dominique. Monique is good.
Yeah, so she has 3. So, again, there are 3 possible results here. 3 is the middling result. If we want the best result, we need to go to 4. But that would again require us to use a skill token.
It's too early.
Yeah, and I think the middling one is good enough.
I think it's fine. Yeah.
There may be a bit of a twitch, but I don't think any guns are going to go off.
And also 3 should be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so Monique, she steps forth, and in her best Moret accent, she basically also blows our cover. She probably doesn't fully blow our cover, but she probably says something along the lines, look, we're friends, we're here to help, there are people in danger in this part. Yeah. And of course, Christian, he has his hand on his gun ready to draw if someone should jump out. If
worse comes to worse.
All right, 471. We can't tell you exactly who we are, Monique says. But we're no friends of the Germans. We need to find the people who pass this way, and time is short. If you're on their side, now is your chance to help them. If you aren't, we'll leave. His expression softens, and he presses his lips together as he thinks. Clearly, he still doesn't trust you entirely. After a moment, he pulls out a map and lays it on the table. Here, he says, pointing to a nearby spot. You'll find a small cottage. The one who lives there, Olivier, he knows the people you seek. You can take this map. Perhaps it'll be of use. You nod your thanks and step back out the door. So it seems here, if we had been a little more convincing, maybe he would directly have told us where they were. But now we need to establish more trust.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
That's fair enough. It's basically if you want to take a shortcut, you use those points.
Yeah, but I think it's also fair enough given the narrative, right? We just landed, we're completely strangers barging into his home at night.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, why should he
But
completely
at least he
trust
gave
us?
us the map. I think that's pretty...
That's pretty good.
So he's also taking a chance on us, I guess.
Yeah. And then it tells us to remove this card. So now we visited this location. Out. Then we get 3 other cards. 3, 12, and 33. We have landed safely with our parachutes. We've had a shootout with some Germans. We have moved into a small dilapidated farmhouse, and we have gotten some clues from a local guy. And he's talked to us about a guy called Olivier who lives in a cottage in the countryside who, he says, knows where the marquis is.
But just to recap, we are looking for the marquis of this area. So a local resistance.
Yeah, we're looking for a local resistance group that has been compromised, and we want to find them before the Germans find them, so we can warn them and get them to safety.
Yeah.
And now the guy in the dilapidated farm, he told us that there is this cottage. I marked that with the blue token on our map. Oh, I can see that I pushed things up a little too high for you. There you go. So this is the cottage. Then we also got 2 other locations. We got a disused quarry that is on the map that he gave us. There you go. Perfect. The disused quarry. And that is over to the right of the blue token, the orange token, and further to the right, there is a ravine. So I guess these are both places where potentially the people that we're looking for could be hiding out.
But we're looking mostly for a cabin or a cottage, right?
We have the cottage up here. This is where Olivier is.
Yeah.
And the old guy at the farm told us that Olivier knew more.
But I think the cottage would be an obvious choice.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the only little thing to keep in mind is that it seemed as if he didn't trust us completely.
Well, we would just be going on a wild goose chase, going to the other place.
That's true. It's our only lead.
Because the other places will be completely random. We might stumble upon something. We might see something from the vantage point of one of the cliffs in the ravine or something.
And shots have already been fired, right? So if
time is of the essence.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a cottage, and if he's leading us into a trap...
he already had the chance to blow us away. He had a shotgun pointed at us.
Yeah. And
He didn't pull the trigger.
he
so
gave
I'm-
us a map of the area. I think in the best of worlds, we go to the cottage, and Olivier, he tells us to either go to the quarry or the ravine as places where they may be hiding.
Yeah. But I think he wouldn't have given us that map just to lead us into a trap. Who has a trap map laying around,
Well,
just ready to give out to strangers?
Yeah, I
that you
think
don't
that's
like.
a little bit too contrived. I'm not too afraid of that either. We are going to the cottage.
Yes.
Great. So it's still night, and it says 239. So we are all unharmed, and we're making our way through the countryside in the night towards the cottage. The front door of the house is ajar. You step cautiously towards it and call out, your hands hovering over your weapons, but there's no response. Inside, there are signs the place has been clumsily searched. Books are scattered on the floor. Germs. And furniture.
We're too late.
Too late. And furniture has been turned over and pulled away from the walls. The ashes of the fire are cold, and there's a stale loaf of bread on the table. If it was the Germans who searched the house, did Olivier leave before they arrived? Or was he taken by them? You hope it was the former.
Indeed.
You hunt around for anything that may help you locate the marquis. Check highest awareness plus second highest awareness.
That would be
We have
2 and 2.
So that's 4. That gives us the middle result. We can spend 1 token if we want to get it to the best result.
I really want to keep the tokens close to our vest here.
I so agree. Also because this is one of those complete unknowns.
It can be a nothing, you know?
Yeah. So we just search to the best of our ability through all this mess in the cottage. And in a corner, we notice a small crumbled piece of paper on the floor.
Interesting.
Picking it up, it reads, "The storm has reached the galleon."
The storm.
Has reached the galleon.
And you see here of a list of code words, the storm refers to the German command, and the galleon refers to a hidden arms store in the countryside. So the Germans has breached the arms store. They found the arms store.
This is important information. It says, "The storm has reached the galleon. It is headed in your direction," which must be the direction of the cottage.
Yeah.
Where
so
we
he,
are.
So he has been tipped off.
He's been tipped off, and the Germans were here, and they searched the place, I think. The last word is unfinished. It is headed in your DIR. Well,
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's pretty obvious direction. Presumably, Olivier was interrupted while writing it. Oh, he was writing a message to someone, but he didn't finish it. That's another good option. Which suggests he didn't get away before the Germans came. Poor Olivier.
So who was he messaging?
The Marquis, I guess. He was trying to tell them that don't go to the arms storage.
Yeah.
Because...
And how would he deliver the message? By messenger or?
Yeah, he probably has his own errand boys.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Okay. But good thing that Germans didn't intercept that message, that we got to read it.
Yeah, why didn't they tip? But perhaps he managed to throw it in the corner.
Yeah.
And the Germans have even lower awareness ratings than we have.
As they do.
As they do. In the movies, at least. Going through the books scattered on the floor, you notice something. A book of poetry with some underlined letters in one of the poems. Oh, we have a code.
Oh, yes.
So now it says...
I'm going to take out this.
Yes.
I'm ready for the code.
You're ready for it. Now, the code may not be more complicated than circle R.
Okay.
Which means, to let you guys in on the fun, we have a list of letters at the top of our mission sheet. And circling them means that we now have this information. So if at any point we're asked if you have R, you know this.
Okay, so R refers to a piece of knowledge.
Yes. So we picked up a piece of knowledge, which is probably a code written in a poem. Then we throw away this card.
So it was interesting. We learned that the arms cache has been breached
Yeah.
by the Germans, so we shouldn't go there. We also know that Olivier has been kidnapped by the Germans, probably. But does not give us a clue as to where to go next.
No, but here actually is the poem with the underlined words in it. So you're going to need that in a minute. I'm going to read it, and you can decipher the code. I like that separation of work here. So the poem is called Tomorrow at Dawn. It's written by Victor Hugo, who is the famous author of the what's it called? The guy who rings the bells from Notre Dame, Klokkeren from Notre Dame.
Yeah, okay.
The
what is that called in
bell
English?
ringer from Notre Dame, or the hunchback from Notre Dame.
The hunchback from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same author, but this is a poem called Tomorrow at Dawn.
Stick in the Looks also comes in with the secret lore here, hunchback.
Yes, thank you, Stecken. Tomorrow at dawn, when the countryside brightens, I will depart. You see, I know you wait for me. I will go through the woods, I will go over the mountains. I cannot remain far from you any longer. I will walk, eyes set upon my thoughts, seeing nothing around me and hearing no sound. Alone, unknown, back bent, hands crossed, sorrowful, and for me, day will be as night. I will not watch the evening fall of gold, nor the distant sails descending upon a fleur. And when I arrive, I will place on your grave a bouquet of green holly and heather in bloom. So it's a love poem to
a departed.
A departed. And I can see several letters have been underlined, and perhaps you can somehow
Let me take a look at this as official code
perhaps
breaker.
you can show it to the people first, so the viewers can.
Please, guys, if there's a code breaker out there amongst you, let's see if you can even read it.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see because it's just single letters that are underlined throughout the poem. But I'm sure if we string them together, we'll have something.
But also underlining the letters, isn't that already giving away the code?
Yeah, it's not a complex code. Yeah. Olivier was not a cryptograph par excellence.
Well, it's not obvious because it goes, if I just read the letters in
I'll
order.
try to reconstruct them in my mind.
W, S, already there it's falling apart. E, N, E, N, S, S, W, N, W, E. I solved it already.
There's a directions.
Directions.
Yeah.
It's a compass.
So what is the compass directions here?
It's west, south, east, north, east, north, south, south, west, north, or west, east. West, east.
There was also a south-north or north-south, which is a little bit weird.
So it's like a dancing around grave, basically. Can we use this somehow, these directions?
I think maybe later. But I definitely think that these are secret directions.
You know what? I'm just going to write them down in chat.
Yeah.
In case anyone wants to.
If you give me the card, I'll read them out for you.
Okay. So I'll read it out in chat. Then we have a sort of a note.
Yes.
Here.
West, east, north, east, north, south, west, north, west, east. Well, that's kind of...
Did it begin W-E-E?
Yes. No, sorry. I made a mistake already. C. West, south, east.
Okay.
West,
East.
south, east, north, south, west, north, west, east.
Here you go.
All right.
So you can ponder that, and let's just see where that leads us.
Let's see where that leads us. Yeah, let's do that. Then it says advanced time. That means that it's still October 19th, but we're now late at night. So
It's always night.
Yeah, but before it was early night. That was late night. But it's really dark. I hope the moon is out. And yeah, then we just pick a location from the cards that we have.
So we just choose.
Yeah. So what we do know in terms of direction, we are not entirely sure where the cottage was. But I think in general, the listening post is to the west. And the quarry is 1 step to the east. And the ravine is 2 steps to the east. But they say
West, south.
west. So the west towards the listening post, south across the river. I'm just guessing here.
Mm-hmm.
East, north, and then south. That sounds like across the river. West, north, west, east. It's super confusing.
I don't think following these instructions to the letter would help right now.
I mean, my feeling is still that. I mean, I don't know about this listening post. I still feel that
It just seems unnecessarily dangerous.
Yeah, and we do have the map from the old guy at the farm, and we haven't been to the quarry or the ravine, which I imagine are both good hiding places.
Mm.
And whether it's one or the other, I have no idea.
I mean, the quarry will probably have more activity since it's more of an actual place. The ravine is more remote.
The only thing you can say for the listening post right now, if I'm going to be the devil's advocate here, is that it's night. And if we approach it at night, it's probably better than approaching it at day.
True.
But that's the only thing. I don't know if there's any disadvantage to going to the quarry or the ravine at night as opposed to day.
And probably not a good idea to go to a ravine at night.
No, you can fall.
Yeah.
A disused quarry,
The same.
but perhaps slightly less dangerous.
The farmhouse, going there at night, people are sleeping. They may be more wary of strangers approaching or banging at their door.
I kind of feel we took the right choice between the farmhouses.
Yeah, me too.
I don't feel that we need to go to any more farmhouses.
No, because at the end we'll just have alerted the whole community.
Look, we have 2 locations on the map, which is the quarry and the ravine. And I think there must be... I mean, we have no idea how... I mean, we have no clues as to choose between them.
No.
So my instinct would be that the quarry is slightly less dangerous at night than the ravine.
Yeah, sure.
So is that what we're trying?
I got a sense that the listening post might actually...
Yeah?
Because as you said, it's nighttime, so maybe the listening post is...
Maybe this is our only chance, because when day breaks...
Also, we don't know... We're looking for the marquis, right?
Yeah.
He could have gone in any direction, basically.
The marquis is the whole group.
Yeah, that's the whole group.
But this is the leader. We're looking for the leader.
Yeah.
But it did say at the listening post that maybe we could, pick out some communication between the marquis.
So I would say the listening post, even though it's the most dangerous place to go, it's also the one that has actually potentially a clue waiting for us.
Yeah. And perhaps there's also to add to that, if we approach the quarry or the ravine at night, there may be a higher chance of a misunderstanding, and that they have guards positioned, and then they will shoot at sight.
Yeah. So I'm starting to warm up to the listening post.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's do that.
All right, cool.
208.
Warming up to the listening post.
Yes.
We're gonna creep up in the cover of darkness, clandestine operations once more.
Going close to, it looks like it's a house with a car parked outside.
It's gonna show you what we're getting into here. Definitely enemy forces here.
Yeah. Let's hope they're all asleep or out scouting.
Yeah.
The listening post is an old stone house with a Funkabwehr, a Funkabwehr truck, which I think is a radio truck,
Okay.
parked outside. The truck contains all the radio monitoring equipment. Currently, all is quiet. There is a single light in a window, and you can just make out the silhouette of a solitary soldier keeping a night watch. You suspect there'll only be 2 or 3 soldiers stationed here in total. Only? So we can sneak up and try to steal the truck with radio equipment. Wow, that sounds cool.
That's pretty cool.
Look for a way into the house to deal with the soldiers first, or we can go somewhere else.
We have to choose between one of the.
We cannot turn back.
Both sound pretty cool, but stealing the truck, we're gonna alert all the German guards in the area.
And if there's only one guard and the others are asleep, we have the element of surprise here.
If we just take out that guy, we can easily deal with the sleeping guards.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're 4 guys against 1.
We have a sniper.
We have the element of surprise. It's nighttime. We're trained for this in the Scottish Highlands.
They're done for.
They don't have a chance. They're not going to see they're not going to notice what's coming.
No,
What are you saying?
I agree.
Yeah. Let's sneak up and take out the guard.
Yes. 301. Sounds like a plan. All right. You move around the back as stealthily as possible.
Yes.
Then swiftly, Jimmy opened the back door and sweep the house. Check total firearms plus lowest stealth.
So that's 5, 7 firearms.
And lowest stealth is 1.
Yes.
So it's 6.
Okay.
To get the best result, we need 9.
Oh,
We cannot possibly spend 3 tokens.
No.
We
That's
have
the mediocre result.
So we're probably gonna stumble over the doorstep, or the door slams behind us, or
we knock over the pots and pans, and
we're gonna make a mess of this. But as long as we have our guns ready, that's how we go in.
Already
we were trained to not step on the pots and pans, but we did.
Yeah, we go in with plan A and we execute plan B.
Yes, that's how we do it. The soldiers hear you enter. But
so clumsy.
But they're unprepared for an assault.
Great. So are we, apparently.
Well, fair. You shoot the one who was at the front window as a bullet whizzes in your direction from the top of the stairs. So we got 1 down. We expect maybe 2, 3 more in the house.
Yeah.
Someone shooting at us from upstairs. Give an injury to any one agent. So who takes that bull? Who is the guy who steps on the pots and pans?
Well, we
already know who it is.
What was his name?
Yannick.
Yannick. He's so clumsy.
He's so clumsy. So unfortunately, Yannick takes a bullet.
Like he gets shot and we just call him clumsy. It's not very nice.
It's not very nice. I think Christian, he went in and he took out the guard.
He's the guy who gets stuff done.
And he used his silencer.
Yeah.
And the guard was out. And then Yannick, he gets a little bit of a fright when he hears the sound of the body that falls over, and he steps backwards and he knocks over the pot that has been set out with the food for the night for the Germans. And it's a mess. So there is this smell of cold, stale beans that they have been cooking earlier.
Spilled all over the floor.
Yes.
Intermixing with the blood of the fallen soldier.
Yes. In just a few more moments, you've taken out the second soldier on the top of the stairs. There's no one else in the house.
2 soldiers.
Yeah, and I mean, Yannick took a bullet. He's got a bullet in his left arm, but we're going to try to patch it up.
So he's wounded now.
Yeah, so I flipped over his card. So it means he has now a lower firearms skill.
Just going to show how a wounded spy looks like.
This is what a wounded Yannick looks like. You know that at some point soon, German command will realize the soldiers at the listening post have not reported back. Finding the keys to the truck on one of the dead guards, you open it and climb inside.
Yes.
We now have the truck.
It's pretty cool.
Add 3 tracking points.
And now we have more movement, I guess.
Yeah. We also have a tracking of 6. This means that
they know we're here.
They definitely know we're here. I mean, Yeah, we're stealing the truck. And
we're driving around in their truck.
We're leaving bodies behind, and we already let one wounded soldier escape.
And also we're driving around in a truck with a radio transmitter on top.
We have to try to pass off as Germans, I guess. So we discard card 4. What is that?
Numbers in the corner.
But it says 41. It must be the listening post. I think it's a mistake.
Okay.
It should be 41. We're doing our own errata. And then we go to 218. You drive a good distance, and once you're safely secreted away in a forest glade, you study the truck's contents. There's a map of the area that extends beyond what you were given in your briefing, with 2 locations ringed, a quarry and a ravine. So the Germans are on to those 2 locations.
Yeah.
But we already have them.
Yeah.
Advanced time. It is now early morning on the 20th. And just to give you a timeline, this mission goes until late on the 21st. So we still have 2 full days.
Okay.
But it's early morning on the 20th of October, 1944.
Okay.
We get part 3 and 12. We already had them. So we're basically getting the same information we already have. That's not like a really good sign.
No. That's not worth it.
Probably not. And we got more tracking, and we got a wounded Yannick.
We got a radio truck.
Sure.
Pretty cool.
You also find a pad of notes with little on it. It seems that anything the operators learned recently has already been typed up and submitted to German command.
Great.
However, the equipment itself is in good working order. In your briefing, you were told some of the code names used by the marquis, so you could search the frequencies listening for those words. It could also be possible to intercept German communications. However, the Germans will have means of tracking the truck down, and the longer you spend using it, the closer they'll get. Also, due to your concealed, low-lying location, there is likely to be interference, meaning messages will likely come through broken and unclear. So we can try to intercept the marquis communication or the German communications, or if we do not want to wish to intercept anything, we can abandon the truck.
I'm mostly interested in seeing if we can intercept the marquis communication.
Yeah.
Because,
I think we already tried to do it the safe way by getting more information and trying to intercept German communications. I fear that that's just going to put them onto us.
Yeah.
And they're already onto us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think let's see if we can get closer to the marquis because it's 2 days, but I don't really feel like time is on our side. Also because we're spending, our troops are getting wounded. We're spending points. We have to be a little bit assertive here.
Yeah.
Get to the core of the matter.
So as we use the radio, we are alerting the Germans.
We're on a 6 out of possible 10.
Yeah. And now we have to add to that.
6
minus our 2 highest technical values. Yannick has 3. Dominique has 2. So that's only 1 we add to tracking.
Okay.
We don't want to use skill points for that, right? So we're at 7. So, we're not being as stealthy as we hoped for.
Unfortunately not. We're not so great spies after all.
We're also rookies in a sense.
Yeah,
this is our first mission.
It's our first mission. That's true.
We only trained in abandoned farmhouses in Scotland.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. So let's see what we intercept from the marquis. After a period of searching, you finally pick out the word galleon, the code name for the marquis' hidden arms stash. We don't want to go there.
We don't want to go there. It's already been intercepted.
You lock onto the signal but struggle to get it clear. You hear 2 sentences repeated on a loop. What are the sentences? These are the sentences, I think.
The broken message. Message repeat continuously interspersed with the word galleon. And it says, now the something demanding to dwindle will upon my.
That doesn't sound good.
It's hard to make out. Let me just give you a taste of what I'm reading here. It's a lot of
It's written in
letters.
handwriting.
Letters are missing here. What can we can probably deduce what it says.
Let's see here.
It says now the
demanding to Carver, I will upon my. Whoa, this is difficult. Not the Danton's to Harfler. Harfler. That was the name of that's we heard that location named. And was that the place where the weapon stash was?
Good question.
I remember it, but I can't remember the exact context.
Now the details seems demanding to. I will wait. Out upon my threats. I think the last word could be threats.
Threats. Okay.
No, it's not threats.
But where does Harfler figure into that?
It's demanding to. Descending to
Harfler.
I will wait, I think, down there. I will wait. Thoughts? Upon my thoughts?
Upon my... Let's see here. This is really...
On my thoughts.
Set upon my thoughts. Tons. I will wait. Something set upon my thoughts. Now I think maybe he's saying that the Germans are descending to the Harfler, which is the arms stash.
Yeah.
And he will wait. But it sounds like someone's in trouble.
Yeah. But Harfler is the...
Interspersed with the word galleon. What was galleon the code for?
A hidden arms store in the countryside.
Yeah. It means the arms stash is compromised, I think.
I think so too. And we already knew that.
Yeah.
What does it say something with Harfler? Was it here?
I think it was one of the cards. I think maybe because we picked up this information that the arms stash was compromised.
Yeah.
That was, I think it was in Olivier's cottage that we found that out.
Yeah.
So I think just don't go to the arms stash is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Okay, we get M, which is again one of those secret words. So we learned something.
A piece of the puzzle.
Yes. If you haven't yet tried to intercept German communication and want to do so, or we can do something else.
Intercept German communication?
I think our tracking is just going to go up, right?
Yeah, how much tracking do we have now?
We're at 7.
Out of 10. What happens at 10?
Nothing we know, but there's probably a point where it says, depending on how much tracking you have, something happens.
So
we already know not to go to the arms stash.
Yeah. So basically, that was the whole deal with the listening post.
And we know that the Germans have circled the quarry and the ravine. So they're suspecting that they are hiding places.
So we only have the large farmhouse to go.
No, or
Or
the Germans have not reached the quarry or the ravine yet.
Okay, yeah. But it's like they're hotspots.
Yeah.
But if they're hotspots, that may also be a reason to go there.
I think so. And now it's the daytime, so it may be easier to approach them.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see if there's enemy movement there. Okay.
I don't think we should intercept anymore.
No. Let's go to the ravine or the...
Yeah, but first we have a little intermission here, I think. Having got all you can from the truck, you abandon it and head elsewhere. Yeah, pick a new location. Ravine or quarry? I mean, the quarry is closer than the ravine.
Yeah. Does that do travel factor in?
I guess maybe if you go to a distant location, that time moves more quickly.
Okay. Should we just go to the quarry?
I mean, we have no way to choose.
Yeah. Let's just go
intelligently.
There.
So let's just go to the quarry.
Yeah.
390. You get quite near the quarry when you see him, a German soldier, standing on the quarry's perimeter near the edge. You pause to look more closely. Another soldier walks up to him and hands him a cup, and they both drink. You further scan the area and notice even more of them, along with some vehicles and tents. A small group of soldiers has been stationed here. You move up a hill from where you can see down into the quarry itself and study it carefully through the lenses of your binoculars. Although the quarry is supposedly disused, there are several signs of recent activity. Vehicle tracks and footprints crisscross the ground, most of them clustered around a large boulder, behind which you can just make out a concealed tunnel entrance. It's the hiding place of the marquis, and they found it.
Damn it.
I think so. Then you see it, quite subtle, but clear once you know it's there. Carved into the clay by the boulder is the shape of a large boat, a galleon. This must have been galleon. The marquis' hidden weapons cache.
Okay.
Oh, this is the weapons cache.
Which is the...
Shit. When the marquis left Iquili, they would have come by here to collect their equipment. Presumably the Germans tracked them as far as the quarry and have left soldiers behind in case they return, or in case any more members of the marquis follow. You heard the marquis had stored a lot of equipment, but they have got far with so much. They may well be hiding within a few miles of the quarry. If R and M are circled, that's the two circles that we have.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. At least something good comes out of this. So if we'd gone directly to the quarry, we wouldn't have had this.
We wouldn't have had the M at least.
So the intelligence was required, actually.
Yeah.
You feel that you've gathered all the information that you're going to get on the marquis' movements. Can you work out which way the marquis went from Galleon? Choose the direction that you will head in to search for the marquis. Oh my goodness, here comes the poem. We can choose basically any direction, northeast, southwest, or northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. So maybe some of those locations are from the poem, maybe we should read it as west, southeast, northeast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
it's west,
southeast,
east,
northeast, north, south, southwest, north, west, east. It's basically all the directions.
That's all the directions. So what words? There's a word called dawn, there's see, there's cannot, there's set. Wait, I will walk, eyes set upon my thoughts. And I refer to this note, intercepted.
Oh my goodness, you're solving it.
Set, I will walk, eyes set upon my thoughts. Yes, it checks out.
And is the poem also where Hafler is?
I cannot... No, that's not part of it. Is there any other part of the poem that corresponds to this? Now that seems descending to Hafer, Now that the storm, maybe now that the something seems descending, or okay. So now that the Germans are at the Hafer, the galleon,
I will go.
I will walk. I will walk. Eyes set upon my thoughts. So I'm guessing that it's east.
Because that's the direction from that part of the poem.
That's the direction from that part of the poem.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
This must be it.
Code breaker.
Brilliant. Nice little puzzle.
Nice puzzle.
We think we solved it.
Let's hope so. Let's not rejoice too soon.
No. 216. You head off, hoping you've chosen the right direction.
I hope so.
384. Okay. It soon becomes apparent that the marquis did not come this way.
God damn it.
God damn it. What did we do wrong? Is it because it's part of another direction as well?
There's only...
What's it surrounded by?
I cannot, with N, remain far from you any longer. I will walk eyes set with an E.
So northeast, perhaps?
Thoughts. Yeah. Seeing nothing around me and hearing no sound N with a north.
East, yeah, it's probably northeast.
Or northeast, yeah.
We screwed up.
Damn it. But why north? Why not just east?
Because it's the whole sentence, perhaps.
Yeah. But it's not as. But there's what do you call it? Period. Before I will walk, I said.
No, is there?
Yeah.
And then it's weird.
Okay.
Well, it soon becomes apparent that they didn't come this way. Desperate, you approach the quarry again to search further, despite the risk of drawing the attention of the Germans. We're walking in circles.
That does not feel good.
Eventually, you discover vehicle tracks in the woods with deposits of clay scattered around them. Feeling this is as good an indicator as you're going to get, you proceed to follow the tracks. So we think that they left this vehicle, okay? They left in a vehicle. We advanced time. We just lost time doing this.
Yeah.
It's now late in the day. We get another tracking point. We're up to 8.
Oof.
We are spending valuable time here. Discard all action cards. Is that all our locations?
Probably yes.
Let me just check if we got this right.
I'm so bummed that wasn't the solution. And I still don't know what the solution would be.
Yeah. They do say that there's no such thing as action cards. They're all called mission cards. But I guess it must be the same thing.
Makes sense.
I mean,
it makes sense that it's that.
I don't know what else it could be. Because those are cards with actions available on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'm just going to put them in a pile in case we made a mistake. So we know which one we've set aside. But yeah, basically, I think we just screwed up.
Damn it.
But I also think that when we were on our training, I think they went a little quickly over the cryptography course. It was more about hiding in farmhouses and shootouts and...
Yeah.
I mean...
Which we weren't very good at either.
No, and also these poems by Victor Hugo, I mean... the Marquis set up a code that we couldn't break.
No, we didn't have access to a library back in the training facility.
I think this is bad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Shit.
All right, so guys, as you can see, we need help.
Obviously.
But let's see where this can take us. Okay. Oh my god, a lot of crap happens now, I think. Here comes a bit of a read, so settle in. Halt! A voice calls out from the trees to your right. You realize there are many gun barrels pointed in your direction from the undergrowth on both sides of the road. And you glimpse several Basque berets, a distinctive hallmark of the Marquis. We followed the tracks from the vehicle. We walk into their lair. Who are you? Friends, you reply. We were sent to find you. British intelligence lost contact with you when you fled Equilly. There's a moment of silence, then a tall, middle-aged woman emerges from the trees. She has a gentle face, and you'd think that there wasn't anything to fear from her at all if it wasn't for her bright, fierce eyes, which look over you with clear suspicion. Tell us how you got here, she says, and everything you know about us. You do as she asks and tell her you want to speak to Felix Aubin, leader of the marquis. Gradually, the fierceness in her eyes lessens, although it never leaves them completely. She raises her hand and numerous armed men emerge from the forest and stand around you. I am Jacqueline. Felix is my son, she says. But he's been wounded, badly. Follow me. You're led through dense forest to a thin, overgrown deer track. Following this upwards, you emerge into a clearing on a hillside with a few old abandoned farm buildings. There's sturdy-looking stone bridge over a small river. To the south, you can see marshland, and to the north, more forest. Inside a dilapidated house by the river lies the unconscious Felix Aubin. At his side is a young man with a long, thin beard who stands as you enter. This is Dr. Ludwig Ziegler, says Jacqueline, gesturing at the man. He was a medic in the German army, but he's here with us now. Doctor, these are SOE agents, here to help. The doctor nods. If you're wondering why I'm here, let's just say I couldn't stand the awful coffee anymore. He grins and takes a swig from a tin cup. Sadly, I found that's one thing both sides have in common. What a joker. Jacqueline smiles, but without warmth. How is Felix? He will live, I think, but he's in no state to lead. The Germans know you're here, you say. They're planning an attack. You need to prepare to move out. Jacqueline sighs. We're waiting for some of our people to return. They've obtained information on the Maret German intelligence facility. If we leave without them, we not only lose that information, but they may fall into the hands of the Germans. So, you say, we need to hold off the Germans until they get here?
Damn it.
Help us, says Jacqueline suddenly, with a hint of desperation. I've led small squads, but never engaged in larger battles. You may know better how to defend this place. You nod. All right, we'll do what we can.
The standoff.
An hour later, you've been introduced to the Maquinards and surveyed the equipment they have available.
Cool.
You now stand poring over a map of the area, considering your best move.
Another little skirmish.
I think so. Time advances again.
Cool.
So I think we've we've discovered the leader of the Marquis and found out that he's wounded.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but at least we found him.
Yeah. And it's now early night. And we get a new map. I don't know.
Battle map.
I feel like this could be,
Could be a final stand.
Yeah, I feel like it. This is what it looks like. There's a lot of positions on this map.
A lot of complex squad positions that we can fill out. Hopefully we get some of the Marquis men and women to...
It asks of us if it's the 21st of October.
Is it?
No, it's early night on the 20th. So I imagine that they only attack maybe a little later. So it may buy us some time.
Okay.
But the map is there. And then it says, the Marquis have some potentially useful equipment. They have a Telemine 35 anti-vehicle mines.
Cool.
Materials to improve cover, and a good but damaged radio. Thankfully, you're sure that you have some time before the Germans attack, but you must choose how to spend it most effectively. If your highest technical is 3 or more, it is, because Yannick is tech.
And now Yannick comes into play.
Yes.
Finally.
So we circle Ek. Yannick is wounded.
Yeah.
But he's helping out with the preparations. So now we're basically in a phase where we are preparing for the attack. We have 4 options for battle preparations, but it takes time to implement them. You may not pick both option 1 and 2. When you circle early or late on 21st of October, the German attack begins and you can do no more prep.
So that means we have a day of preparation?
we have, what does it say? When we get to early or late, we basically have 1, 2, when we get to, we have 2 time slots.
Okay, so that's
Of
like
prep.
12 hours or so.
We have that, yeah.
Yeah.
And in those 12 hours, we can do all those things take 2 times. So we can do 1 of 4 things in prep.
Okay.
I don't know where that leaves us.
Well, we have some minds at least.
Yeah. So I suggest that we do the prep, advance the time, and then we take a little break.
Yeah.
And then we move into standoff.
The final
Showdown.
Final showdown.
So will we repair the radio equipment and intercept German communications? Repair the radio and use it to jam German communications? Place anti-vehicle mines along the roads leading to the camp near position A, B, and D. So this is A, this is B, and this is D. So basically the 3 roads leading into the area, we can mine them.
All entry points.
All entry points. Or finally, we can improve the physical defenses, both cover and concealment at position C and D. So it seems that our options here is we can try to do some radio jamming, or we can prepare either the entry or our 45 positions.
Once again, it's hard to say what's the best use of our time.
I think in the best of worlds where we had arrived earlier, if we hadn't been fooling around in the woods, we should probably do one of the radio things to jam their communications.
Sounds like that's what they want us to do, yeah.
But I think given the shortage of time, we should probably just prep one or the other.
Yeah, of course. We can only do one thing, right?
Yeah, so we cannot both jam radios and set defenses. And let me just, there's a little bit more. Meanwhile, Dr. Ziegler is working hard to get all the wounded marquis fighters fit for battle. If you provide some assistance, he can also treat any injured agents. So he can treat Yannick, but that means that we will have to discard one of our skill tokens.
Maybe it's time to discard one of the skill tokens, actually.
If we want to heal him, once we have treated any injured agents and completed our battle preparations, the day of the attack arrives and you prepare to deploy your troops. So, is it best to, I mean, if we lay out mines, then we're definitely going to slow their approach, but we're probably not going to, they're still going to come.
But we might take out any heavy machinery that they could use for the attack. So if they have a tank or if they have a mounted machine gun or something, we're going to take that out, hopefully.
And we do have Yannick, who has great technical skills.
Yeah.
So if we patch him up, or Dr. Ziegler patches him up, and he helps set mines, I think that's a fair option.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That's a strong one.
The other one is to fortify our position where we expect the fighting to occur.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to have more cover, sure. But
and then we can intercept communication.
Yeah, we can also do that.
But intercepting communication, we don't really know. Hopefully, maybe it will mean that only half of the advancing troops show up. Maybe.
No, I think intercepting just probably gives us some advantage.
Yeah, but what was the other one?
Jam.
Jam. I mean, if we jam their communication,
that they cannot coordinate the attack as much.
Yeah. Intercept, we just know where they're going to come from.
But
yeah,
I mean, they're all good in their own way.
I like the mines is very like a physical, cool thing to do.
I also think it makes for a really good showdown.
Yeah.
That you start having explosions when the cars come rolling in.
It's going to be like a set piece.
Yeah, I mean, if we imagine this as a scene in the movie, it's not so exciting if the scene in the movie is some guy sitting with a radio jammer.
No, not at all.
I mean, we kind of want exploding trucks.
Yeah. I think the mines and patching up Yannick is what I'm leaning to. Yeah.
So we basically spent a skill token for Dr. Ziegler to patch up Yannick.
Yeah.
Like that. So Yannick, he goes back to his unwounded side.
Does it give him more technical skills?
It doesn't. I think it's pure story at this point.
Okay.
The thing is, if you're wounded and get wounded again, you can still figure in the game but you are mortally wounded, meaning this guy will be out for the next mission in the campaign.
Ah, that's cool, actually.
It's just a carryover effect.
That's super nice.
So I think it's. I mean, someone may die because I think they're gonna come strong. But we have the whole marquis there. They'll be fighting for us, right?
Yeah. So, and let's set some mines.
So when we set mines, we circle Y. And then we advance time 2. So we basically this is the night of the 20th. So we spent the whole night of the 20th setting mines.
Yeah.
And as the sun rises on the morning of 21st October 1944, German trucks begin to appear in the distance. We hear the sound of the engines, and we're all sitting. I don't know. Yeah, mines is not something you detonate, right? We're just waiting for them to strike a mine.
Well, they were called radio something mines, so maybe they do detonate.
They were called Teller Mine 35 anti-vehicle mine. So no, it's probably something we just lay out.
And they trigger.
And they trigger when they drive over them.
Okay. Exciting stuff.
So is that where we're gonna? This is the best cliffhanger we're gonna get. So we have discovered the location of the marquis. We have found their leader, and he's badly wounded. And the Germans know our position, and they're basically attacking the position. And we're gonna try to help the marquis coordinate the defense of this attack. We have mined the roads.
We've mined the roads, which is a preliminary precaution.
Yeah.
But we hear the trucks coming, and we're bracing ourselves for an attack.
Absolutely. And the marquis is here with us. And as you can see on the map now, I put out some white cubes. And each cube represents a marquis soldier who will be fighting with us. So they have one stationed on each of the positions on the map. And there are 2 more marquis that we can place where we want. And we can also play, of course, our own 4 agents.
But I think importantly, I want to place our sniper somewhere nice.
Yeah. Let's just go over the positions here.
Yeah.
So we have positions A and B. Those are those extreme positions.
Yeah.
And they have a wide arrow. So those are surveillance positions, but also ambush positions. So fighters there can watch for the approach of the German forces along the woodland roads and potentially carry out an ambush if any troops come that way. So they are basically watching the roads, ready to ambush.
Yeah, and if the mines do their job, they might be able to sort of ambush a wounded truck or something.
Yeah, that could play into our hands that we have mines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Then we have positions C and D. Those 2 positions here, they are the main defensive positions.
Okay.
And the fighters here will be the key to holding the German forces at bay.
Okay.
So we need some serious firepower there.
Sure.
And remember, we have 2 more marquis we can place. Then we have position E up there. That is the long-range support position. But fighters here can provide support to position C, which is one of the main defensive positions. So we could have our sniper up there to watch out. And then we have F, which is another surveillance position, but it's also long-range support. And the fighters here can watch for the approach of the German forces across the marshes to the south, and can provide long-range support to position D.
Okay, that's really powerful, actually.
Yeah, so basically we have 2 defensive positions, and we have 2 long-range positions that can each cover one of the other positions.
Okay.
And then we have these 2 ambush surveillance positions.
Okay.
So our long-range Christian, our long-range rifle shot, who's still loaded up.
Yeah,
he needs
ready
to
go.
take out.
He's ready.
He can either be there on the hill and cover C, or he can be there and both survey and cover D.
Gives him an extra option to do stuff.
Yeah.
If he chooses, is it D, right?
Yeah, if he chooses
What is that called? F.
Then he can cover D.
Yeah.
Whereas E is more if we think the main assault is going to come on C. But it seems that they'll have to go through D in order to get to C.
Or A.
But again, I think you made a good point with the mines.
Yeah.
So I think if all our mines work out successfully, and if Yannick, he set them up probably as he was meant to do, then whatever trucks explode here or here or here, we'll have shots at.
Yes.
Which is all building up to me suggesting that we place Christian, our sharpshooter, there.
I'm up for that. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Also because it gives him a scouting opportunity.
Yeah.
But again, I don't want to spread our own troops too thinly here.
Right.
And of course, I want to focus them on the main defensive positions.
Don't you think our leader should be in one of the main defensive positions?
Yes. And also, I think this time, our leader should be with someone who has excellent shooting capabilities.
We could put her there because that is covered by our
yeah, that's a good point.
Rifleman.
Yeah. She should be there.
We can always move them around. I'm just putting them out for now.
But I'm still thinking if we should put someone there with her, either Yannick or Monique.
Yeah. Right now, she's there alone with a single marquis.
Because both Yannick and Monique has great firearm.
Yeah, they're both pretty good
abilities. So I think Yannick or Monique could be alone. I think Monique is maybe stronger alone because Yannick seems to fumble everything.
Yeah. I mean, Yannick has greater awareness, though. So if we need him, if we want to put him at A or B, then he has greater awareness. But he's a pretty good shot.
What about putting Yannick at C and Monique at D? Just to keep the forces contained.
To keep them close and still have some decent firepower at C.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Then Yannick is on his own.
Yeah, I know. But let's give Yannick a chance, okay?
I mean, he does have higher awareness. And I wonder if this... But it's not a surveillance position.
No, but also Christian has a spot. He's a spotting for that position anyway, so we don't need two awareness on that.
So you don't want Yannick, do you think, to go in an A or B position?
We could.
I mean, if we're trying to concentrate here, he could... I mean, of course, if they come up from the north, we're going to be a little bit screwed, but we could put partisans up there.
Yeah, we put Monique at C to... just be ready for whatever comes.
Yeah.
What if we put Yannick at B and Monique at C?
I mean, then we're spread out, but we're still at contiguous positions.
At the core somehow. I think that's pretty good. Can we also move the partisans around?
We can place 2 more partisans. The thing is that we can only use skill tokens to help partisans if one of our agents are present.
Okay.
So up there, they're kind of on their own. And I'm not sure that we should completely abandon that, but we can't put them at E because they only have one with a rifle.
What if we put one on A and then one at B or D? Because that's the main fighting positions, right?
These are the scouting. These are the main.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Defensive.
So if we put one together with one of our troops, for instance, put one together with the leader because she has the lowest firearms abilities, and then put one at A because it's the least defended position.
Yeah, and if someone comes in there, because otherwise it'll be up to Monique to.
Yeah. That's pretty.
I mean,
pretty
we cannot help those guys because they're on their own, but they also have to, live up to the moment.
Exactly. There's a reason why they're part of the resistance. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm super
It says
ready.
here, if Q is circled, something would have happened, but it's not.
Okay.
So it does also say in the manual that having something circled is not always good. It may also be because we had compromised something.
Okay, so we're going to choose to believe that it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so happy we did not circle Q. So let's embrace this and start the onslaught. What happens? If T is circled, what was it I circled? I circled Y. So we don't have T. Okay, we're still hoping that that's a good thing. 388.
Starting to doubt that they can all be good things.
See? Okay. Here they come.
Bring them on, I say.
highest awareness at position A plus lowest stealth at position A. This is the marquis that's up there. There are 2 marquis. Their highest awareness is 1. What are these fighters?
Oh no.
And their lowest stealth is 2. Add them together is 3, which is the worst result. And we cannot help them because they're out of reach. So they just have to take it on the chin.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
But this is also, again, if I like to see this as a movie. And the Germans come up north. These are the main characters in the movie. So, of course, the first assault is going to come where the main characters are not.
Of course.
We're just going to see where the marquis...
We're just going to get a taste of how much south it can go.
Yeah. So it's a little bit bad movie making in the sense that the marquis that we're here to save, they also just become cannon fodder.
That's a part of it.
But that's part of the narrative here.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay. You stay low in the undergrowth in case there are any German scouts around who would spot you. However, this severely restricts your ability to survey the area, meaning you gain no information about whether the Germans might attack from this direction. So the marquis are lying so low that they're not spotting anything.
Okay.
It's all clear, they're not coming from this direction. Okay, 186. Check highest awareness at position B.
Should be pretty okay.
They have 1, but we have Yannick there. He has 2. That's better. So
slightly better.
186. So that's the middling choice. So it's not the worst, it's not the best. We can spend 1 skill token to get the best result. How important is this?
I don't know.
Maybe it is important.
We haven't spent
much, so perhaps we shouldn't sit on them forever.
No. And this is the time to do
Also,
it.
it's Yannick's moment to shine.
Come on.
He's been wounded, he's been patched up, and now he's gonna make all the difference. He's set up mines, and he's just watching those mines so carefully.
Yeah.
So, what happens? You watch for any sign of the Germans, but aside from a few startled deer, you don't see much. You feel confident that they're not planning to attack from this direction. It was also information.
It's information, but I had wished that Yannick would, rise to the challenge and, take out some bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay, can Yannick move now?
Maybe. We haven't gotten that option yet. It just says if Q is circled, and it's not.
Okay.
But that was the bad circle. 256. I have a feeling that they're coming from up north and they just didn't spot them, the marquis.
Yeah.
So now we're checking highest awareness at position F, which is down. Oh, no, it's not down here. Yeah. Oh, this is where we have our sharpshooter, Christian. And he has an awareness of 2, and he would need to spend 2 tokens to get it to the best result.
Okay. We don't have that. So.
We don't have that, so it's not an option. He just has to do whatever he can. 235. You detect movement across the marsh to the south, and looking closer, see 2 small convoys coming up from here. Each convoy consists of a German transport truck loaded with soldiers and an armored car with a mounted machine gun.
I hope the mine can take it out.
They're studying the Marquis camp with binoculars. The convoys alone couldn't take the Marquis camp, but there may be more troops and vehicles further down the hill behind them. It's hard to tell at this distance. Okay, so right now we know nothing is coming from here.
Yeah.
Something is coming from here, including a machine gun and maybe more.
Yeah.
And we have no idea of what's coming from north. So I guess it kind of follows our plan that we were centering on this base.
So far, it's pretty good.
I would say so.
Well, we don't know what's happening at A.
We have no idea.
In the north.
I mean, the Marquis should be the one who knew the countryside and...
Well,
but I mean...
They're too scared to...
Yeah. We're here to try to help them out. Let's see if we can do that. Hope avoid too many casualties. Based on what you know from surveillance or other information sources, you may now redeploy your agents and some of your Marquis units. You may redeploy any number of agents between positions. You may only move marquis units from positions that have more than one unit. You must leave at least one behind.
So we could move Yannick.
That's probably the most important one.
We don't know about A.
I think they're gonna. I mean, are they coming from more than one direction?
Probably yes.
You think so?
Well, we simply don't know.
But okay, we know the toughest battle is probably going to be here. We actually don't know.
We know for sure that there's going to be a battle there.
So, and that's, I think, a good reason to perhaps put Yannick there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we know for sure there's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
So we might as well put Yannick there. You're right.
And then we could redeploy, but I think, isn't it okay to still have two?
What we could do is we could take one of the marquis and put it down next to Monique, just so she has agency over that.
That's true.
That unit.
Yeah, and just say, okay, we kind of abandon the most extreme northern position.
Yeah. Because
we didn't learn anything, so we cannot afford to have a troop there if nothing happens.
No, and it's just a waste of a marquis if they get attacked and their scorecard is so low.
Whether it's one or two, they're both going to get shot.
Yeah. So I think we should put the marquis close to Monique.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So now, 266, what happens? As your team of agents move through the Moret region, their actions may have brought them to the attention of German command.
Oh.
And just... It was right. Yeah, okay, I was just make sure that this is what happened. Tracking points represent the extent to which German command are aware of your presence and the level of resources they have mobilized in response. Red cubes represent German forces. How many tracking points do you have?
8? I thought it was 8.
Yeah, we have 8. It's not the worst, but it's the second to worst. If we'd had 7, we'd have been better off.
So close.
Oh, close, damn it. And we could actually have not gotten the last one if we'd spent a skill token when we were doing the radio intercept.
But I think we're going to need that skill token.
I hope we are. German command has received reports of your activity in the area, and they know you have gone to support the Marquis. In response, they have increased their troop strength for the attack. Take as many red cubes as you have tracking points, then take 8 more red cubes.
Ooh.
There are 16 Germans.
That's a lot. But we are a total of 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we each need to kill at least... we each need to kill 2 Germans.
Okay. Like this is very showdown feeling to this. I like it. So if J or I, Alcer, when do those mines come into play? They're not. If Q is circled, no, still no. Else 209. Yannick, I hope you set those mines right. So
no, we're 12. We're 12 troops against 16.
Yeah, and we're in the defensive 45 positions.
13 troops.
I think we should stand a fair chance.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be a little bit bloody.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hopefully the mines will take care of some of them.
So we're hearing the rumbling sound of German trucks coming up from the south. And we are in the early morning light and the sun is coming up over the hill and we see the sunlight being caught in the barrel of the machine gun on top of the trucks. And he's seeing that. And Christian raises his sniper and he looks through the crosshairs and they know that finally we can say in all earnesty, this is what we trained for.
Yeah.
And now is the time to show that we got what it takes.
Yeah. Resist.
Resist. Yeah, resist. All right. So, the German strategy has been to send a small force in from the south to draw your troops in that direction, while the real force moves in from the north.
Of course.
Okay.
Well, it's not that bad. I mean, we are still fortified. We have mines. We do still stand a chance.
those two marquis we sent up north to spot for Germans who said that there was nothing is the main force.
Well,
we lured into the German trap here.
We don't even have a sniper position covering the north.
No, we are not in a good position. They have a sniper up here, but he's not as effective.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, maybe in the end, maybe we'll just have to save our own skin.
It's not too late to escape.
No.
Or maybe it is.
So, okay, Jesus. Put 2 Germans to the south. Put the rest to the north.
Oh my God. That's just going to be a slaughter. Horrible.
Let me say, I really like the visuals on this. It really feels like
it looks great.
A great force that is moving in from the north.
It's amazing.
So, 199. Jesus.
This is not going to be good.
No.
It's going to be a slaughter.
The convoys across the marsh begin to advance, and as the machine guns get within range, they open fire. That's down south. For every 4 points of firearms at position D and F. So this is here and here. Every 4 points of firearms. The marquis, they each got 3.
Okay.
They're really good. So it's 3, 6, 9, plus Christian, that's 11, plus Monique, that's 12, plus Yannick, that's 14. So what is 14 for every 4 points? So that's 3. How many? It's 14, and for every 4, so it's 4, 8, 12, and then we need to get to 16 to get one more.
Yeah.
We remove 1 cube from the south. So we remove 3, but that's all of them.
Yeah, that's all of them.
So we basically shoot up that entire convoy.
Yeah, not a problem. What about the mines? When are the mines gonna?
I'm waiting for the mines. I'm afraid that I circled the wrong number or something. But let's hope that they show up.
Well, it's a typical Yannick mistake.
Yeah, circle the wrong number. We've done that before. Just cross the blue and the red line on the mines. Oh my God. If set is not circled,
it's not right.
Is not circled.
Only Y is
You
circled.
didn't improve physical defenses. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Give an injury to any agent or unit at position D. So we can injure one of our own, or we can injure one of the marquis, who then drops from the position.
I think it's safe to say that one of the marquis gets wounded.
So he's taken out of the picture, basically.
Yeah.
So one of the marquis is down. Again, movie-like. There's a big assault. Someone falls. And of course, it's not one of our guys, but it's one who's standing right next to one of our guys.
Of course.
Falls over. If W is circled, no. Tonto, where are the mines?
Did we circle anything?
I don't know. You feel your heart begin to race as you hear numerous vehicles approaching from the north. You lie in wait, body tense, as the main force column of the German force comes into view. At the front is a Panzerspähwagen, armored car with a machine gun.
Does not sound good.
It is followed by a line of KFZ-70 transport trucks. We just know all the designations for all this hardware.
That's what we learned in Scotland.
I wish we learned something else than identifying which type of truck is killing us.
Not enough.
And they're loaded with troops.
Okay, good.
And 2 are also mounted with machine guns.
This is really bad.
If Y is circled...
It is.
Yes!
It is.
Here comes the mine.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yannick, this is your moment.
Yannick.
Did you do it right? As the Panzerspähwagen thunders forward, there's a loud explosion. It has hit the Telemine 35 anti-vehicle mines that you planted along the road. As the smoke clears, you see that its twisted chassis has collapsed, rendering it immobile, and the convoy has been thrown into chaos. Remove 2 red cubes.
Okay, starting to look like something. It's not enough, I think, but yeah.
It's not enough, but it's the start.
Yeah.
You could take this opportunity to ambush the Germans and potentially do some significant damage. However, against a force of such size, your survival is far from guaranteed.
You have to sacrifice a marquis.
Alternatively, some or all of you could fall back to position C and report what you have seen.
Probably what we have to do. Because, I mean, what is one marquis going to do against that?
No, he's not going to do
force.
it. It's also ridiculous. He's not going to be a hero like that.
No, he's going to run.
He goes down to the farmhouse, and they basically completely roll over this area.
Yeah, okay.
Here they come. Okay. If you still have agents at A, we don't. So it's 286.
This is not going to be good.
Yeah, well,
we're not defenseless.
We're not defenseless, but the battle may go pretty far south.
Yeah.
Now armed with knowledge about their force composition, you tailor your plan of attack to be optimally effective against them.
Okay, good.
Minutes later, the attack column rounds the bend. Add 2 advantage tokens to position C.
Good.
And advantage, they're moving in. Advantage tokens can be used either as firearm token or skill tokens.
Okay.
But only from position C at this point. 304. Yep. From your high perch, you see KFZ 70 with a machine gun move to attack position C from the western flank. It's supported by numerous soldiers with rifles, creeping through the woods behind it. So you can kind of see the truck with the machine gun in the front and all these silhouettes of soldiers crawling in the grass behind it. Check total firearms at positions E.
Not good. 3.
And we cannot add to that because we don't have an agent there. So this is the worst result.
I wish we would have a Christian up there.
Yeah, but we took our chances.
Yeah, we couldn't know.
We couldn't know.
We didn't know.
We took our chances. But it was basically because we didn't get any intel from the north.
Yeah.
That was basically what went wrong.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah. You fire on the German manning the machine gun, wounding him. He is forced to retreat into the vehicle. Add 2 advanced positions to C. So,
okay,
he's slowing them down.
I just wish we had one more troop at C, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah, one of those from D, right?
Yeah.
Alerted to your presence, the riflemen target your position, and while you're distracted, the gunner emerges again and joins them, forcing you to fall back.
Okay.
However, you don't realize until too late that another group of riflemen has circled around you. Your retreat takes you straight into a hail of bullets. All agents or units at position E are killed. So this position is overrun.
It's going fast, man.
They circle around the hill and they take out that position.
That means they're kind of surrounding us.
We're being surrounded and they're getting close. But we have slowed them as much as we can. We've taken all the precautions. The mines have gone off.
Yeah.
We're really done what we can.
I hope there's another shuffle round where we can bring some of the troops up.
Yeah, I hope so too. If any red cubes remain to the south, they don't. So this may be exactly what you are asking for.
Yes, please.
Let's hope we can join up. The German force attacking from the north is formidable. A KFC-70 with a mounted machine gun fires relentlessly in your direction, while riflemen approach from the cover of the woods on the eastern flank. They're also coming from the east now. Some of you focus on suppressing the machine gun, while the others attempt to take down the riflemen. For every 5 points of firearms at position C, remove 1 red cube from the north of the map. Okay.
So we have
3, 6, 9,
11.
So that's 2.
Yeah.
We can spend these 4 to get a third.
We're moving 1 extra cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very expensive.
Let's do it.
I mean, do we have time for anything else?
No, let's do it. Desperate times and so on.
Desperate times. So we take out 3. Oh, Jesus. There's still what? There's still 9 left?
Well, we outnumber them, actually.
Yeah. Do we? Oh, yeah, in total.
We're 10, I think.
How many red cubes remain to the north of the map? 1 to 2 or more than 2?
More than 2.
Slightly more than 2.
Sorry.
That's not a good sign. Guys. Yeah, we're doing what we can here. Several riflemen go down, but the rest continue to advance. You partly suppress the machine gun, but it continues to send intermittent bursts of bullets in your direction. If set is circled, it is not.
No.
Else, for every 3 red cubes to the north, give an injury to an agent or a unit. 3, that's 3 wounds.
Okay.
So
We could lose 3 marquis, or we could take a wound for...
shouldn't Monique have a wound at this point?
I think realistically, yes.
Yeah. I think Monique takes a bullet.
Sorry, Monique.
Yeah. But she's up there fighting against.
Yeah.
I mean, and she's got 2 dead comrades by her side.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
I love that the battle is so detailed.
It's very detailed and intense. It's great. If position C is either empty or only has mortally wounded agents. No, we have a wounded but no mortally wounded.
Yeah.
If it's either empty, that's not true, then if there are any red cubes on position F, no, they're not. 141. Perhaps that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have no idea where this is going.
Me neither. I'm excited.
Further up the road to the north, you see another wave of troops approaching.
No. Relentless onslaught.
If W is circled. No.
We didn't circle anything other than
No,
Y.
and that would have removed some, because now it says add 6 red cubes.
This is not how I pictured this going.
No.
God. Horrible.
Wow. Okay. So they're coming in from all sides. If S is circled, it's not.
Nothing is circled.
That would have been worse, I can tell you.
Oh, okay.
You feel that you can't hold the Germans off much longer.
True.
But the Marquis agents with the information on the German intelligence facility still haven't returned. If you fight on, you risk your lives and the lives of the Marquis. And your first objective was to get them to safety. But if you withdraw, you'll fail your second objective to obtain the information on the German intelligence facility. Note that if you choose to fight on, you'll possibly be able to move some agents to different positions.
It's not going to be enough.
So we can withdraw or we can fight. Look, how many are they? They are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And we are what? 8?
We've been decimated. We started off being 12 or so. And now we're decimated.
I mean, at this point, I also feel that, it would be great to get the intelligence, but we found the leader.
Yeah.
We can actually perhaps potentially save some people and regroup because this is going to be a losing battle.
It is a losing battle already.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a big choice because we withdraw, right?
But we don't know how long we'll have to stay in the fight.
No, and I think, and then we'll just... I mean, also thinking in terms of the longer campaign, that, this is just the beginning, basically. And it seems foolish. I mean, imagine this as the first segment of the movie or the first of 3 movies. And I think we're going to suffer a defeat, but we're going to come back stronger, is my feeling.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense just to stand and die. We're not going to return with anything.
No.
So it's such a huge risk to take for a secondary objective.
Yeah.
I think we should abscond.
And the road to the south is cleared. We basically shot everyone there.
Yeah.
So we have a route of escape.
We could make a clean getaway.
Yeah. Should we run for it?
Yeah, let's run for the hills.
Okay. So Monique, we know you got a bullet in your left thigh.
Which is also a huge, reason to leave.
Yeah. We need to get our wounded out of there.
Yeah,
and she is right at the front line.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to withdraw. Let's hope it works. You begin to withdraw, doing your best to avoid enemy fire. Then you see that a group of Maquisards are gathered around the house where their leader Felix Aubin lies wounded. A squad of Germans is closing in on them. Dr. Siegler and Jacqueline emerge, carrying Felix, as two Maquis fighters fall to German bullets. Felix, now conscious, suddenly breaks free and pulls away from them. "Go!" you hear him shout. "I'm too slow, and I will not have others die for me." He turns to Jacqueline.
A martyr, true martyr.
He turns to Jacqueline and says, "You'll be a great leader, Mother. I'm sure of it. Tell Marianne that I love her."
Wow. The pathos.
Jacqueline reaches for him, but Felix turns and runs toward the soldiers,
Wow.
his gun drawn.
Felix, you don't have to do this.
His mother screams and tries to follow, but is pulled back. The Germans are startled to see Felix charging towards them with all the remaining strength he can muster, and at least 3 of them fall to his bullets before one of theirs hits him.
God.
It's followed by a barrage, sending him to the ground.
Doesn't that mean we fail our primary objective?
His actions give Jacqueline, Siegler, and the other Maquisards the chance to get away and join you. He saved us.
Yeah, okay.
Thankfully, your early withdrawal and the Marquis' knowledge of the woodland paths means you are soon out of danger.
Great.
End of encounter. How many Marquis units survived the battle?
4.
4. That's the middling result.
Okay. Pretty good. I'll take middle of the road any day.
Yeah, me too. While you failed Objective 2, which was to gather intelligence information.
Fair enough, fair enough.
You have partly succeeded at Objective 1. I mean, we did lose 4 Marquis.
And Felix died.
And their leader.
It's not amazing.
It's not amazing. Partial success is putting it nicely.
Yeah.
As some of the Maret Marquis have survived, ready to continue fighting for freedom. And his mother has taken over leadership.
Yeah. That's the most important thing.
Resistance continues.
Yes.
Resistance continues.
Resistance.
Objective 1, partial success. Objective 2, failure. We didn't do super well.
No.
Turn to 351.
But I think this whole mission has been like a little bit stumbling over our own feet, basically.
Yeah. I mean, this has been tough. And here comes the epilogue, and then we can have a little debrief.
Okay. Bring it on.
As you head into the forest with the Marquis survivors, you glance back. Through smoke and flames backlit by a crimson sky, you see German trucks rolling into the ruined village. Excited shouts echo over the hills, but whether in triumph at your defeat or despair at your escape, you aren't sure. Then, your eye is drawn to an armored car that has stopped next to the dilapidated house, outside which lies the body of Felix Aubin. A tall figure emerges from the car. The glow of a cigar between his lips and the salute from the surrounding men tell you that this is someone of importance. It's difficult to see him clearly, but you get the impression of an angular face and small, close-set eyes. He walks up to Felix's body, kneels, and puts his cigar out on the dead man's face.
What the fuck?
As some of the German soldiers let out whoops and cheers, you turn away, your feelings torn between relief that you evaded such a man and anger that you could not stay behind and put a bullet between his eyes.
A new mortal enemy.
Mission 1.
Okay, so we have a nemesis now.
Doom, doom. And there are, of course, 2 more missions in this game, which we're not going to play tonight. But
no.
I will say that this is the setup, and I'm pretty sure that anyone watching at home can go and see if they can do a little better, because we didn't do fantastic.
No, and I wonder why, because I felt that we really gave it our best shot, and it was not
Our
really...
best shot just isn't good enough.
No, once again, we're confirmed that our...
But again, I mean, we are port resisting. We're trying.
We're resisting. But I think the epic film-like set pieces, the battles, the skirmishes, the small encounters, they were all worth it, and they were all extremely entertaining, I think.
Yeah. I think this last battle, it really had the feeling of a showdown.
Yeah.
And the way that... I mean, I love how the choose your own adventure style here connects with the tactical map, because entry by entry in the mission book, you just see the forces closing in, some are dying off, and you really have this feeling of an evolving situation on a map.
But and especially in the tactical set pieces, which we had 2 of, I really felt that our decisions mattered.
Yeah.
And it made sense. Everything felt like it wasn't random.
No, you didn't feel cheated.
No, not at all.
I mean, my biggest regret is that we have a sniper who never used any of his firearms token because we positioned him wrong.
Yeah, and that's just bad luck.
And that was because we had the wrong intel.
Yeah.
I think one thing I learned from, we probably should have learned it from the first battle, but we definitely learned it from the second battle, is that those intel positions
it's quite important.
are quite important. And since, of course, we didn't know that because we hadn't played the game, but we now know that the battles have multiple steps. So if you observe something at a position, you actually have a chance to fall back later in the battle.
Which is perhaps the most important thing, to be able to reshuffle your troops.
So perhaps it does make sense to put agents with high awareness on surveillance positions.
Yeah, I think you actually have to do
because
that.
I think we were more like, we're just going to stand our ground.
Yeah, but that because we were going in blind so many times. In every battle we went in blind. But actually, I don't think you have to go in blind.
No, not if you try to get intel.
No.
But I think that it took a battle, it probably took both battles for us to understand exactly how the battle mechanics works.
Yeah.
And how much wriggle room you actually have inside a battle.
Yeah, because I think the battles were actually my favorite part of this of this story here, because it actually felt like the decision mattered. It felt that you had agency, you could do stuff. It mattered who you put, which partisan you put where, and what their stats were, and stuff like that. So the strategic element of the battles and the way that the story was being told just felt very organic and very natural. And yeah, you didn't get cheated. It was
I see the stamp of David Thompson all over this.
Yeah.
Like his excellent mission design.
And it reminds me so much of the Stalingrad campaign in Undaunted.
Yes.
Where you could really feel that if you lose a point of interest, or if you lose a battle, it has severe consequences.
Yes.
And here, those consequences come at you all the time.
Yeah.
Like you realize that you get several consequences of poor decision making in one battle.
But I love the feeling of being overwhelmed, and not just by throwing dice or reading paragraphs, but also the very real visual feeling of being overwhelmed by these cubes.
Yeah.
And there is this discussion which is often among sort of war gamers and more sort of modern board gamers. That's a completely wrong distinction to set up. It's not what I mean. I'm just meshing my words here. But, you know, how much visual representation do you need to be able to immerse yourself in something? And the discussion is often between, you know, what is the value of a cube versus the value of a sculpted, painted miniature? And I think it, of course, depends on the game. But I think in a game like this, the cubes work to excellent effect. I don't need anything. I don't need little tanks or troops or miniature soldiers.
That's missing the whole point. This battle takes place in your mind, people.
I'm on your side here.
Use your imagination. Use your inner your inner film buff, your inner film director. And for me, this is like a huge filmic Clint Eastwood style battle from the 60s.
I totally agree. I mean, for me, this insistent on miniatures and these, I mean, many of those games, they come in giant boxes. They're full of plastic. They are in many ways unethical just in the production of the games. And they also, to me, is a kind of failure of the imagination.
Yeah, completely.
Like, I mean, we are here to imagine, to be immersed. We're not here to having everything served on a silver platter.
No. And I think this visual representation in this type of game, also, I love the fact that you can have a quite a huge scale tactical battle, and it takes no more room than half a piece of office paper.
And I mean, and this is scripted in a choose-your-own-adventure format. This is pretty powerful use of that format.
And I think it's genius to put a war game inside a choose-your-own-adventure game, or vice versa, how you want to call it.
I mean, this is definitely taking Choose Your Own Adventure to a completely new level.
I think it's beyond Choose Your Own Adventure because
it is short selling it actually saying that.
Because the battles, I can't imagine how many twists and turns that we didn't encounter, how deep the story goes just for one battle.
I mean, this book has 500 entries.
And is that one mission or
one mission?
Wow.
And we didn't read 500 entries.
No, what did we read?
100 max.
100 max, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of replay value here.
That's really cool. And also, just depending on the variety, also you could have chosen different agents with different skills.
Yeah.
No, of course we could have. I'm guessing that there are perhaps only 2 or 3 set piece battles in this mission. I don't know.
Probably. But imagine if we had gone by boat. I think we'd have played a completely different scenario on the locations further south.
Sure, yeah.
So I think there's at least, I think that first decision in the game, paratrooping or going by boat, in that itself, there is so much replay value that each is its own story.
Yeah.
You could at least play it using those 2 avenues.
Yeah. And one thing I really loved, my favorite part of the sort of surveying the landscape, going to the farmhouse, going to the cottage, making those decisions, were the fact that we were given this little puzzle to solve.
Yes.
And the feeling of gratitude, or the
gratification.
The gratification of, I thought we've solved the puzzle.
Of solving the puzzle, but just thinking that we have.
Yeah, or just having a puzzle to solve. I love that. And this game really, is a breeding ground for having puzzles, especially in the overworld map, so to say, when you're traversing the landscapes. Having puzzles like this is genius, and I hope that there are more puzzles later in the game.
Yeah, that was really cool with the code and the poem and everything.
Yeah.
And I also really liked the location card, because what they did, I felt, was that they again added to the Choose Your Own Adventure format by having fixed locations. You can also, it's not so linear. Suddenly it opens up and you can go to any, I think at one point we had 5 locations we could go to.
Yeah.
And it's really that feeling of opening up the landscape, and it gives you a sense of agency that you don't normally have in Choose Your Own Adventure. So I think that was also really powerful.
And this gives me the feeling that I want to. Also, one question is, do they level up when you go to the next mission? Do they bring anything with them? Do the wounds carry over? Do they level up?
As far as I know, I guess it'll be in the mission instruction, but I think the idea is that, yes, you use the same crew, and perhaps there is some rule that if someone is mortally wounded and dies, that you get a replacement sent or something, I could imagine. But I don't know. But I do think we played the first mission, and I'm sure that the next missions, they're longer, they're more involved, and you really have to use what you have learned from this mission. I think if we played a new mission now, if we replayed this mission, I don't think we did a very bad job at making choices actually in the mission.
I don't think so either.
But I do think that we would have a better feeling.
I think it would be helpful for during the next mission just to have the knowledge of having played this one, just so we know how the game works. We know what to look out for and stuff like that. And maybe also have a little bit better understanding how the battles work.
You can see we were a little too cautious using these tokens, for example.
But it's also hard to gauge how many encounters are we gonna.
Absolutely, I wouldn't have done that differently on a first playthrough.
No,
but I think perhaps in some of the situations where we could just spend 1 token, it might be worth it.
Yeah. The writing was good.
The writing was excellent. No complaints.
No. Yeah, who knew that you could do a tactical choose your own adventure game?
And I also love that this is a game with limited content, right?
Yeah.
I know that, again, I don't know this for sure, but I imagine that some people would be annoyed or asking about replayability issues. So there are only 3 missions in the game when you played them, and this mission can be played in a couple of hours. If the others are the same, maybe you have a maximum, you maybe have 8 to 10 hours gameplay in the box, right?
That's fine.
For me, that's fine.
I don't understand the idea of replayability. Why can't you just enjoy the experience that is in front of you, savor it? It's not going to last forever. You might not play it more than once. And why Why? That sounds great to me.
And especially when it's a storytelling game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not chess.
No.
It's not something that you get better at and you improve like that. It's meant to tell a story. And I do actually think, in defense of the game here, that this game has at least, for this mission, at least 2 playthroughs that'll be radically different.
Yeah. I don't. But a game like this, I don't see myself playing the same mission twice. But I'm not interested in that style of game. Like when we play Undaunted, we played the whole Stalingrad campaign. It took us a year.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that again, and that's fine. And I don't want to do it again. That's one experience.
I'm gonna ask you here a very important and personal question.
Okay.
Which is, how did you play Choose Your Own Adventure when you were a kid?
You mean if I cheated or
something like that? I wonder what did you expect, or how did you go about it?
I was mystified. I thought it was just amazing that there was a whole hidden secret world inside a book.
Mm-hmm.
So when I played them, I think I borrowed them from the local library, and I had 3 books or something like that. And when I failed one, I tried the next one. I didn't go deep diving inside them. I gave it 1 or 2 shots, and when it didn't work, it didn't work.
And you didn't have 10 thumbs in there and go back all the time?
No, I didn't go back. No.
Yeah.
No.
So then you played very much like me.
Yeah.
Because I always felt I didn't want to cheat. So I was being so strict about it that even if I, by totally bad die rolling after 15 minutes of play, got killed by a kobold in a cavern, then I would just eat it up. I was like, okay, that's what happened. This is the end of my story. Because the moment you cheat, to me, then you kind of you do not respect the story that you were given. And maybe it was the story of a flawed adventurer who went unprepared into the caverns and got killed by a falling rock. But then that was the story.
Yeah, that was the story.
And you could have another story another day, but I would much rather try to do it again and create a different story for myself at a later point than, being killed and then just going past it.
I also think the part of failing at a Choose Your Own Adventure book is to imagine and revel at all the secrets that you didn't find, and just use your imagination and just ponder, like, what was hidden inside the wizard's tower.
But as you say, like, we have 500 entries here, and we maybe read 100.
Yeah.
So there's 400 entries that we never discovered.
Yeah. I love that.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I would be much more frustrated, or not frustrated, but I would be less excited if we'd seen everything.
Yeah. Because then you just watch a movie.
The magic is that you don't see. That's why it's Choose Your Own Adventure, because it's not about what you choose, really. It's about all the things you don't choose. And that's the excitement. All the things you don't choose, what's going to haunt you is like, oh my God, why didn't we just intercept the German communications? How would this have looked if we'd done it? And we'll never find out.
And one thing I would say, I would have loved more puzzles. And I would have loved I would actually have preferred if the game had held us back when we didn't solve the puzzle, instead of sort of guiding us
forward.
I love being stuck on puzzles. I think that's a beautiful thing. So that's one thing.
Here it seems that the puzzles are kind of stumble blocks. You always get past them, but the question is just how badly do you get past them, really? Yeah. So it gives you a minus, but you still get past them.
Because to me, I feel like it's cheating, even though it's inside the game design. I feel like it's cheating to being said, okay, you couldn't solve the puzzle, so we're going to deduct a point and we're going to lead you forward. I would rather just stay stuck.
But I think that's because you're old school like me. That the kind of puzzle games that we grew up with, they were super punishing in that regard. Yeah. And I think today, that's not what game design is today. I think most storytelling game design today is very forgiving. And it's more important that you just keep on moving ahead with some minuses.
But I'm just saying, developers, more puzzles and more punishing puzzles. I mean, I couldn't solve this one. We couldn't solve this one.
So they don't need to be more punishing.
Not more punishing, but just more puzzles. I want
more puzzles. Yeah,
it
was lovely.
I love looking up clues like this.
I mean, and Dave Neale, who is one of the co-authors of this game, he is a puzzle designer because he makes all these detective games. Yeah. So I'm sure that this is not his only contribution in terms of puzzling to this game. I'm sure there's going to be more.
I'm just going to read some of the lovely
what do we have in
here.
chat?
Jeden says, even the best resistance is unpredictable. For sure.
Yeah.
Very true.
I would even add futile, but...
resistance is futile. And a question. Are there other missions than the one you played? Or do you replay the same? Well, there are 3 missions. And the way the game works is that once you completed this mission, you take the same group of guys and you go on the next one.
And it's a continued story.
Yeah.
So here, we introduced a new leader because the original leader died and his mother took over. And we also introduced a supervillain, I think.
Yeah.
What did he do in the end? He took his cigar and he's kind of...
ashes on his face of the dead resistance fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty gruesome.
Pretty gruesome. So I think we introduced some characters which sets up for the next mission, which probably takes place in the complete same area and is probably about what happens now, or I don't know. Maybe we're given orders to go do something somewhere else, but I'm sure there's gonna be. I mean, the game does say that you can play the missions individually, but they strongly recommend to do them.
I like the campaign feeling of that. I think that's cool. I think that's how you would do it. And I also think this game is probably best played 2 people. I think that was a pretty perfect amount of people.
Yeah.
If you're 3, maybe it becomes too many opinions and
I think
choices.
So.
If you're 1,
I think one could work. But I mean, it could absolutely work 1. And I know that many people love to play solo. I think one of the things you sometimes miss when you play 1 is unless you have a very strong imagination and feeling of immersion, that sometimes it becomes a little too much like going through the motions, flipping here and there and doing that, and you sometimes lose the story.
Yeah.
But when you're 2, there's this, everything is discussed, and it's just nice that everything is just weighed. Like you may instinctively feel that you want to go left or right, but when there's someone else, you just need that second opinion.
And also the choices then become more powerful because you share in the agony of him having made that crucial wrong decision.
And it's like,
why did you talk me into this?
Yeah. I told you not to go into the ditch.
Laura Ray says, overwhelmed by your own imagination. Well, thank you. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's about trying to make it live. And of course, this is different from many other games we play in that here, the story is much more given than normally. Yeah. Normally, we do prompt games where you basically get pieces of information and then you build the story between those pieces of information. Yeah. Here, everything is told to you. So it's more about being there for the ride and then trying to sometimes remember to say, okay, what is actually this situation? Just, take one step back and say, okay, so it's nightfall. We came down with the parachutes. There's an engine to the north. There's a flickering of light on a hill. And we can hear the lapping of the waves against the... Just remember to stop up and take those moments.
One final comment I have is that I like the scale of the combat. It's like Undaunted, you have 4 guys.
It's one-on-one. Yeah. It's not like a cube.
It's very physical, and they're right in front of that, just outside the window.
Yeah.
And they're, they're surrounding you as we speak.
And I mean, I guess that those German counters represent more than one person apiece. I don't know, but I think of them as one person.
Yeah.
I think a cube is a person.
I think they are, actually.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right.
That kind of makes sense.
That's how maybe they're more, I don't know, but that's how I think of it. To me, it is very personal.
They might as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
That was War Story. Occupied France.
And it will remain occupied, it seems, because we didn't really make that huge of a dent.
Well, it's still only October 1944.
Okay, luck can happen.
There's time to continue.
But yeah, I guess that's it for this stream, I guess.
I think so. Yeah. I think we're there.
So thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure having you chime in on this lovely Thursday Resistance evening. And so we grant you all the willpower to resist in your daily lives moving forward.
Yeah. And maybe just say, stop winning.
Start losing.
And stay hopeless.